That doesn't make sense, right? Do you see that? Let's be real. It's Olive. It's Olive. So there has to be a reason.
Maybe it's like a surprise. No, it wouldn't be a surprise, would it?
All I know is that like Olive's just like so super smart that I'm like, oh yeah, she's got it under control.
What am I going to do with these robes?
I think we still have time before class if you wanted to go back and change.
Why are you over here anyway?
I held a grudge in the past, and I don't want to do that this year.
Maybe we should touch base with her later and talk to her later on. I think
we're not gonna follow and spy.
What, Alex?
No, I just thought maybe we were gonna follow and observe.
As fun.
Who did you poop on?
I didn't poop on anybody.
Well, you said you got poop on your friend.
It wasn't her poop.
It wasn't my poop.
Oh, it was someone else's.
Maisie, I think you missed a bit.
What?
You missed a little bit.
Oh, where? What? Where, Barney?
You've got food all down your front.
That was me.
Yeah.
I was bringing out the food and I tripped. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I would figure out like
Randy, you really like flowers and stuff, right?
Yeah, I like flowers.
Well, I'll maybe I can bring you some, and you can put them in the water. And
Whoa,
then
like a lily pad or something?
Well, then you would, I don't know, feel more comfortable.
That sounds nice. Yeah, I could try that. That sounds cool.
Was that a bit sudden, or was that just me?
I think it may have been because my cloak was wet when I touched Clem.
Is Maisie mad at me because I kind of accidentally said she was sort of?
Oh, Maisie's definitely mad at you. You called her Ashley Indigo, didn't you?
I didn't.
You did what?
You think they're dating? Did you?
Well,
You heard that?
I heard it going around the school. People saw them on the bridge over the weekend, and they'd only assumed.
Just because we're friends doesn't mean we have to do everything as a group all the time. Sometimes two of us hang out together. Sometimes one of us go one way and others go the other way. We're not all attached at the hip all the time. So just because two of us break off to have a picnic on a bridge alone doesn't mean they're dating. They're not dating.
Of course not.
Why don't you tell me a bit about this not boyfriend of yours?
No, he's a muggle.
A muggle?
Yes. My parents are muggles.
Are they really? I had no idea.
Yes, he doesn't go here. My mother is in films, and my father is... Do you know what a content creator is?
I think so, but, just so I know that we're thinking of the same thing, why don't you say it first, and then I'll tell you if that's the same one that I was thinking of.
Anyway, my father, he makes... I don't really know what he makes, but a lot of people really seem to like it.
Olive, you're going to tell me that you're not thinking about it at all? Not even once? Listen, I saw the way that you looked at that guy at that play. I saw that.
Wait, hold on. You and Alex are you dating?
Me?
Maisie!
No, I mean, he called me Ashley Indigo. Why would I date somebody who would compare me to Ashley Indigo?
I think my parents were in some kind of trouble, and they had to take her away somewhere, and they wouldn't tell me where. And at first, I thought that they were keeping this secret because they were just being mean, and they were being parents, and parents never tell you anything, and they're never fair. Just don't let them hate me.
They could never hate you, Olive.
We'll see.
We don't have to wait and see, Olive. I already know.
You heard what Clem said. She already thinks that I'm telling Swaff secrets, and all I did was walk with her to the dungeons once.
Oh, hey, Barney. That makes sense. These will go great in my tea cup that I'm gonna sit in later. I'm not gonna take a bath.
Right.
Right. No bath.
Because tortoises don't take baths.
But thank you. And your flower looks great, and you're gonna have a great class with Hagrid. Give him a little fist bump for me.
Okay.
Okay.
You stay like a tortoise?
Hi.
Hi.
I found some apology flowers.
Don't think I've ever heard of those before.
That's what Hagrid said.
Is that what boys are like when you're dating them?
You don't makes it sound like we're dating, Olive.
Well, he sure didn't do that last year.
I think I'm going to rush up to James. James,
What's going on?
do I need to give you a special title now that you're a 7th year?
Do I know you?
Oh, yes and no. I'm Alex. Well,
Gonna need a little bit more than that, mate.
Lily's friend.
Oh!
One of them,
Right.
not her only one. She has lots. I have an emergency.
Well, I think you might be a bit mixed up. But sure, why not? Have a free period.
Thank you so much. Professor Hagrid will be overjoyed.
Wait, you're late for Hagrid's class?
Yeah.
Oh, he won't even notice. But I'll still take the 2 galleons and the 1 sickle.
Thanks. Here you go.
One problem. We have a Miss Nanny Buckland to contend with.
I noticed that.
I think it went well. Did you like them? How did yours go?
No idea.
That makes sense.
Like, there was things said, and then like it felt okay, and then there was some confusing stuff.
But what
And then
was said?
I can't remember exactly. Just more the feelings of it in the
Alex,
moment.
what do you mean you can't remember? You need to remember.
Okay, I said, these are apology flowers and stuff.
Why?
And then-
Why did you say that they were apology flowers? You don't say that they're apology flowers. You just say, I got these for you.
Then how do they know it's an apology?
And we start today's session with Alex and Barney making their way into the woods with Hagrid, following along with the rest of the class into Care for Magical Creatures. Barney's looking at Alex a bit bewildered. So, what else do you remember? Did you say anything else that was kind of, well, not the best?
Well, see, if I knew something wasn't the best, I probably wouldn't say it.
All right, let me rephrase. Did you say anything like Maisie might be like Ashley Indigo again?
No. See, I learned that one as a no-no. So I just said, here's apology flowers, and then I think I asked Olive if she wanted flowers. And then there was I think it turned out okay. I think. Oh, maybe you can check with them later.
Well, how would I do that?
How just... Oh, hey there, guys. Just like really casual font. Oh, hey there, guys. How was Alex's apology?
Yeah, I don't think that that's very casual, Alex.
You just make it look casual, though. Just
Oh, with a picture?
with a elegant font.
I don't think that
No?
will work.
Okay, well, I mean, I can just wait and see. We can wait and see how they react to me the next time we meet up, and then you can tell me how it's going.
That sounds like that might work better.
Yeah.
Alright, well, at least Hagrid didn't see you coming in late.
Yeah, but I may have created a monster.
Like a real one?
We'll see.
What kind? Is it like... Is it... Oh. Is it, does it have 6 legs?
Oh, no. Like a metaphorical monster.
Oh.
I may have made a person into a metaphorical monster. As in, like, they're monsters, people's lives, and make them stressful. I might have made someone into one of those kind of monsters, maybe.
Well, who did you make into a monster?
Maybe James Potter.
But Lily always says he's already a monster, or a git.
I know.
Either one.
Oh, you can't tell her.
I can't tell her?
You can't tell her. I shouldn't have even told you. I should have just pretended that I didn't give him the idea to start charging people for escorts.
I'm sorry, for what?
To take people to classes when they're late.
Take people to class when they're late.
Yeah, because I was late and I had 2 paths, and one was Mrs. Nanny Buckland, and the other one was James, and he looked easier to bribe, and I had some galleons in my pocket, and it worked.
What did he do?
I gave him some galleons and then said, hey, can you help me? And then he made a big noise and a ruckus, and then I ran away. Well, Mrs. Nanny Buckland was distracted.
Wow. He must be some kind of... some sort of... well, noise genius.
Well, maybe. Well, he's certainly good at mischief. And now he's going to get people to pay him for it.
Oh, I understand now.
Yeah. So he'll help people for money as now, I think's what he's maybe going to do. But not in ways that are... Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. He just got this look in his eyes when I mentioned that he could help me and I would pay him. And it's one, you know those looks when people get an idea. It's one of those.
Right.
Well, I guess if you're ever in trouble and you need some help and James is around, you can just throw him some money and you've got help, so that's nice.
I'm just missing the money.
Oh. I have some saved up, since I don't get to really spend it during the summer holidays or anything.
Still haven't been able to manage to sneak any wizarding wheezes.
No, I think I think my gran had a word with some people. I'm watched pretty carefully, I feel like. It's odd. My
Maybe
gran's
she
kinda
cast a
scary.
spell or something on you.
Maybe.
Does it feel like you're being watched right now?
Now you mention it. A little bit. Someone watching this?
You can go ahead and make a notice something roll.
Oh, goodness. Oh. I got a 12.
Excellent. You can ask me some questions then from the moves list.
Okay. Is anyone or anything sneaking around?
I think it depends on what you mean by sneaking.
Is there anything watching us that I didn't see watching us before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is. Do you think you see Gale Greytwig? She's also a Ravenclaw. She hangs out with Ashley Indigo.
Oh.
She was sort of spying on you a bit. She was sort of like looking at you and Barney, and then you caught her out of the corner of your eye, like as you're walking through the forest to this place that Hagrid is bringing you. And you see her like staring at you for a second, and then she looks away quickly.
Barney, you were right.
What do you mean?
Gale was watching me or us.
What's Meoris?
Me or me and you. I mean, both of. She was looking.
Enunciate.
Sorry, I mumble when I get anxious, which is all the time.
You still have more questions if you'd like to ask. I have one more question.
What did it look like?
She definitely looked like she was spying on you. Because she had a sort of... She was staring pretty intently, and like, you maybe didn't notice her right away when you turned her head, but like you still saw her vaguely, and then you focused on her. She was still looking and then looked away.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely felt like a spying sort of... She wants to know what I'm or what we are doing.
Right, if everyone can just sort of make sure that you start to stay quiet. We're just coming up ahead. We're coming up ahead on the spot. So if everyone can just hunker down. And yeah, that's right. If we could you just bring that? Can you just bring that bit of fertilizer and start spreading it around? Spread it around.
Fertilizer.
What's
Barney, we need
Hagrid
to-
making us do with fertilizer?
Maybe we're gardening. I'm not sure, but we should keep an eye out for people keeping an eye on us.
You think that's more than one?
Better to assume that than not, right?
All right. Try. I mean, usually I feel like I'm pretty paranoid.
Same. But we just need to be extra paranoid.
All right. Now, if we continue on up ahead, you'll start to see a bit of a clearing. And as we continue on, you'll notice, just like I talked about,
And Hagrid gives his class on the Spry Bat. As the class continues on, I'd like another roll from you, please, Alex. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually, first give me a quick and quiet. And this is in relation to the Care of Magical Creatures class. I don't know what your favorite class is this year.
Still defense against dark arts.
Okay.
Okay. So, a quick and quiet.
Yep. Okay. And then please make an investigation check. Alrighty. A 5 for that quick and quiet. And a 7 for the investigation check. The investigation check is you and Barney trying to sort of find out maybe what's going on or listen in on Gale Greytwig, which is what I would imagine the two paranoid guys like you both do. Go ahead and ask me a question from the investigator list.
Can I say, is there anything of use here? Can I use that one? Do I get anything of use out of our investigations, basically?
So I think what happens is you're trying to see if Gale is doing anything that might be suspicious or along those lines. You and Barney are not so surreptitiously trying to do this. There's a few, like, clumsy things that you do, and Hagrid has been talking about the spry bat and how everyone needs to sort of stay quiet, and you and Barney are more focused on what's going on with Gale and what she might be doing. And in a sort of role reversal, Gale sort of catches you. Barney sort of shocked by the realization that he's been spotted with you, stumbles backward, and you both fall over. And as this happens, the whole class just sort of looks at you. All of the Ravenclaw students kind of look at you as this is happening, and you can hear this sort of strange flapping noise come from the tree, and Hagrid says, Oh, no, too loud. And suddenly this gush of water comes squirting out of the tree towards you and Barney, and Hagrid starts to, like, hover over you and, like, don't quiet down, quiet. Oh! And all three of you get completely drenched as this blast of water comes from the trees. Several of the other students see the spry bat start to fly off as the water streams down and coats you, Hagrid, and Barney.
Can I cast a spell?
What spell would you like to cast?
I would like to cast the impervious spell that makes an object repel water and mist.
Okay, I'm going to say you have a -1 from me going into this, because the situation is not exactly favorable. You've made a lot of noise, and Hagrid's there, and Barney's there, and it's a bit chaotic. Go ahead and cast your spell.
Okay, so it's in my yearbook. It's in my spell list.
Spellbook.
So, yeah, spellbook. There's the words. Then I'll put a -1 forward, and that should be right. Fingers crossed. An 8.
Okay. An 8 is a partial success. What happens?
I forget how not good these can be. Oh no. I think the spell is different than what I was expecting, since I was sort of trying to do it and get the stuff off me as quickly as possible, and maybe it wasn't quite right.
Sure. So I think you cast the spell, and only certain parts of you, Barney, and Hagrid are protected. The closest grouping of you. So I think maybe your arm, and maybe like part of Barney's body, and Hagrid's like head. Everything else gets completely drenched. Coated in water, as you see this like weird sort of shell with wings flapping off into the other trees in the canopy of the forest here. The tail, the shell is sort of bobbing as it's flying, and it looks very funny. Several of the other students are pointing at you. Some of them are pointing at the creature. Wow, look at that.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting maybe to see it fly today, but not really from that.
Sorry, there was a little slip and Barney and I got tumbled up. I tried to stop you getting drenched. I think it worked on your head, so that's nice.
Hagrid tries to shake off his very heavy, wet, woolen clothing. Starts to, like, wring it out.
Yeah, I haven't mastered the spell yet, or I would have got all of you. Sorry.
I told everyone to be quiet. What are you two doing roughhousing?
It was, and as you can see, the footing here can be quite treacherous between the leaf cover and the fertilizer and
He's trying to convince Hagrid.
the other stuff. I have a Hagrid relationship, so I'm gonna use that because I need it. Oh.
Normally, I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna have to take away some points from you, Alex. I'm sorry, but you done.
Oh, can I make it up in another way? Perhaps I can work off.
I
the
told
penalty.
everyone to be quiet now, Alex, and you know I'm a professor, and just because
You
we're
are.
friendly doesn't mean that you can go around making noise and roughhousing.
It
You
was
have to
an
listen to the
accident.
professor. That'll be
I made a-
minus minus
5?
10 points
10, okay.
from Ravenclaw.
The rest of the class kind of look at you. Oh.
It's okay, but I've come back from worse.
Sorry, Professor Hagrid.
Sorry, Professor Hagrid.
That's all right. We can maybe find another. All right, let's keep looking.
And you start to march through the forest again, and Barney says,
Oops.
It's okay. Could have been worse.
maybe. And we switch
Yeah.
scenes to a different class. Now, we switch to a different class, and this is going to be the Potions class, where the Gryffindors and the Slytherins are currently in the middle of their class. Clem, Maisie, and Olive, you are sitting in Potions class, and you heard a little bit about some kind of weird bark skin potion thing that Rosalina was working on. So you're all kind of sat down with your cauldrons ready, and the professor has started to outline what you might need for this bark skin potion, the various components, whatnot. You have things laid out on your tables. And Maisie, you and Olive have, you arrived first. Clem arrived a little bit later. Clem, I'd actually like you to make a quick and quiet roll. You were a bit
Okay.
behind Maisie and Olive.
I'm
After
so
the
behind that I have to log in to do that. So, forgot that. I was late and forgot my stuff. Okay.
a 9. Okay. Quick or quiet?
I think I was quiet.
Okay. So, Maisie, you and Olive were here first. You've gone into your potions class, and this was after Alex had the run-in with the flowers and whatnot. So you have some flowers, Maisie, and you've got your stuff started to is laid out on the table and whatnot.
I immediately on sitting down next to Olive, I take some flowers out of the bunch and I just slide them across the table to her.
What's that for?
Just being you.
But those are your flowers. Being you.
I'd like to share them with you. We got some big old books. I thought maybe we could, press them or something. I thought you would know a bit more about that. Seems like the kind of thing that you'd be good at, because you're good with nature and stuff, you know?
I think we can make that work.
So...
Olive's gonna kind of like safely tuck them into her little book bag so they don't get too squished or burnt being on, near flames and potions and things.
That would be very sensible. Maisie hasn't thought about that. They're on the table.
We'll see how that goes.
Great. So, do you know what this thing is that everybody's been talking about that we're gonna make?
What do they say it was?
Like a bark tree potion or something?
I think it's something almost like armor for us, but more natural. So maybe not the kind of armor you'd want to give yourself if you were about to rush into a burning building, for instance. Maybe suited for other endeavors.
So when you're not around fire?
Well, I just think bark, fire, seems a bit combustible. I suppose you could. I just don't know why you would want to. So, no. Personally, the first use that comes to mind for me is playing hide and seek in the forest.
It's about that time that Clem joins you. Clem is making her way into the classroom rather surreptitiously. The class has actually started already, so Clem is maybe about 5 minutes late, something like that.
Hi, Clem. Sorry. Hi. Hey, Clem. We're gonna make a hide and seek potion. Oh, cool. Hey, and I take, again, a couple of flowers and I just, push them along the desk to Clem as she sits down. They're for you. Are you giving flowers? Yeah, I mean, I'm not, giving you flowers. I'm not, giving you flowers, but I'm, giving you flowers. Yeah. I think, I can't hear you, Clem.
Did they notice that I was late?
I don't think so. I don't really think anybody's paying attention, to be honest with you.
I think we wouldn't have noticed because we're not paying attention, so we're probably not the best ones to ask.
I mean, we would have noticed you. We just wouldn't have noticed if anybody else had noticed you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's a hide and seek potion.
And Olive is going to teach us how to press flowers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Cool.
It's fairly easy, but Maisie thought we could save the flowers that Alex gave her.
Olive.
I'm just stating a fact. Am I incorrect?
Okay, Alex gave me flowers.
So you gave us Alex's flowers that he gave you.
Yes.
And we're gonna press them. We should do a Gryffindor girls like necklace with the pressed flowers and then all wear them together around him. It's a joke.
I think
But
that
also
might
that could be
scare
nice.
him.
Like if we all just surround him and look at him while wearing the necklaces.
I think he might think we're about to do some kind of ritual, or
Oh, we should definitely do it then. Yeah, that's definitely, like, if that's what he's gonna get from it, then 100% that's what we should do.
what kind of ritual would we be doing in a circle around Alex?
Summoners Apologies. I guess I didn't really.
That's what we would do.
Do you think it'll
If that
work?
existed, my dad would have used it on my mum every day growing up. There's no way that Summonus Apologistus works.
Look, well, maybe it's one of those things where it works if you think it works, you know. Like Alex doesn't know it's real, so maybe he will. Silly.
I gotta tell you, if you came up to me and you said, "Hey, Clem, Summonus Apologistus," I would be like, "Oh, she wants an apology," and I would apologize. Because just by you saying that, I would be like, "Oh, that's what she wants, an apology."
Yeah, it's like the I don't know what it's called. Is it the Pluto effect or something? I'm sure I've heard my dad talk about it before.
I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know, like the Pluto effect or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just like the thing where if you think it works, it works. Like if you believe that it works, it's like it's not magic.
The platypus effect.
It's like the what?
The platypus effect?
No, I'm not.
Wait, it's placebo.
Why don't we just make a new name for it? I think we should call it the Rosie effect, because if there's anyone who can just think something is true and then make it be real, it's Rosie.
Agreed.
Okay.
Rosie effect.
Rosie effect.
So you're going to try and use the Rosie effect to get an apology out of Alex.
No, it's all hyperpathetical, but it's not actually gonna happen. It's just a silly thing about summoning. You know.
I say we put it in our back pockets for later.
Okay.
You never know. Wait, what are you going to get him if he got you flowers?
Well, it sounds like forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Can you imagine? I think I don't.
What if you just wrote that on parchment and then put a little bow on it and you just handed him forgiveness?
Look,
I think that would go over quite well.
I don't think I have to give him anything. Do I? Am I doing it wrong? If a boy gives you something, do you have to give the boy a thing back?
No.
My boy's never given
Don't
me
have to
anything
do
before.
anything for
I don't.
boys.
I'm really not sure.
Boys never given me anything either.
Well,
I'm frankly shocked he got you flowers.
If a girl gives me something, do I have to give a girl something back?
I usually do that with friends. Is it the same?
Me too, but I do it because I want to, and because there's a thing that I saw that I thought about them for, not because it's like a duty.
That makes sense. Maybe just the next time you see something that makes you think of Alex, you just get it just in case you need a gift one day, and then you already have it ready to go, and then it's not forced.
But how do I decide?
When you know, you know. That's what my dad always said.
How do I decide which one? Out of all of the things, how do I decide which one?
You see more than one thing that you think people like. I'm really bad at giving gifts. This conversation's making me realise it takes me ages to find one, Maisie. One.
No, it's not for everyone. Just some people. Sometimes, you know, sometimes
Just
when you
for
just
Alex? Is that what
think
you're
about
saying?
something- I didn't say that, Olive. I did just
No, but you smiled when you said just for some Sometimes. And then you did this
Sometime, for some people, plural. I wasn't talking about anybody specifically, Olive.
Oh my god, just get him a gift, Maisie. Just get him one. Is that what do you feel that in your heart of hearts that you want to do that? Then you should do that. Just give him flowers.
I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to make it worse. I don't know how to.
How could you get him a wrong gift?
Also, I think you're the decider of whether it's worse or not.
I don't know,
That's
like
true.
something that he doesn't like, and I think that he's gonna like it, and then he doesn't like it, and he thinks, oh wow, Maisie doesn't know me as well as I thought she did, and that's really embarrassing. Maybe that means that I don't know her as well as I thought I knew her, and then maybe
Maisie?
our connection isn't as connection as.
No, Maisie. Here's what happens if anyone ever says that to you. You know what your response is? You keep your face perfectly straight, and then you say, only joking. And then you wait for them to laugh, and then they just think you're funny and not bad at giving gifts. That's what I always do.
Okay, so it's a joke.
Only if they don't like the gift. If they like the gift, then it's heartfelt, and yes, you intended it. But if you give it to them, and they're like, oh, that's nice, then you wait a beat for it to get really awkward, and that's when you say only joking, and then they'll laugh, and they'll say, oh, Maisie's so funny.
So, like, Olive, I have a crush on you. Only joking?
Well, that's not a present, though, but
It was,
Or
but I'm
is
just
it?
giving, it's a hyperpathetical of, I was giving an example, you know? Does that work? Only joking.
Yes. No, you could use that for words too. Like you could say something and then see how someone
Yeah.
reacts. And if they
Okay.
don't react well, you could go, oh, it's just a joke.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm gonna use
Sure.
that one.
So how would you react, Olive?
What? To having that move used on me if someone did, oh, only joking.
No, like if Clement.
What, the hyperpathetical?
If,
Yeah.
what?
Said that she had a crush on you.
Excuse me, ladies. Would you be so kind as to start your cauldron fires?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Professor.
Remember, we are in class.
Right, I forgot. Okay. Class.
Where were we?
And Olive's gonna kind of like duck her head down and just do that thing where you're pretending like something's going wrong when it's really not. You know, like she's like really intently adjusting the flame so she can just kind of like hide her face away for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead and cast a spell for me. You're not casting a specific spell. You're just trying to increase the volume of the flame or adjust the volume of the flame here, Olive.
Okay.
This is
Okay,
just a regular old magic cast.
General magic. Can I use my potions bonus though? Because I'm casting a spell for that.
Definitely.
Oh heck yeah!
I'm gonna say you've
Oh,
got a
amazing.
-1 from awkwardness right now, though.
Oh well.
Oh, is that
Okay.
a new mechanic?
I should have had a -1 for 3
I
years.
get to just
back.
-1 or add 1 whenever I want because I'm the headmaster. Okay.
Only joking.
Let's see. Yeah, a 7. So I think what are you trying to turn it up at first maybe? But like
Yeah, I would say, yeah, she's fiddling with the size of the flame. So she's probably turning it up and then down and then up and then down.
oh
and-
yeah, it gets like way too large of a fire. Like it's almost like a little out of control, like just almost. And then everybody's like eyebrows that are nearby might get slightly singed. There's like a little smell of burning hair nearby, and you just sort of, and then And then the flame turns down just in time, like as Professor Griffiths sort of turns around and says, "Not quite that much of a fire."
Sorry, Professor.
Now, the barkskin potion. As I've mentioned, it's very good and useful for duels, etc.
And the conversation in class continues as Clem, Maisie, and Olive are forced to work on potions while this question sort of hangs in the air. Clem, I would like you, please, to make me a roll.
Okay.
Why don't you try and read between the lines
Oh no.
with Olive?
Do I have to?
I think it feels appropriate here.
With
With
Um,
Olive.
okay. Well, you know.
You don't really know how to take what she did there, Clem.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So the whole class, how would you say that you're handling the situation, Clem?
Oh, I'm on Pluto, probably somewhere else while I'm trying to get through the rest of the class. Just sort of berating myself in my head for being impulsive and kind of like seeing that I could find an in there. I'm just like, oh no, why do you do this? Why does your mouth ever open?
This is the longest potions class of your life. It's going on and on and on. And from all three of you, I would like mind rolls. And this is in regards to your potion creation. So if you have your favorite class is potions, you can add that in for this roll. Ooh. Ooh. Clem and Maisie, your potions do not go well. Maisie, what do you think happens to your potion here?
Absolutely nothing. I mean, like nothing. I put everything in, but just nothing. Like, there's no life, there's no spark, there's no, like, it is just as oblivious as Maisie. It's just an oblivious potion. I think it really is that simple.
It kind of looks like a sludge, and it doesn't have any real potion-like qualities to it. Clem, what do you think yours looks like?
I think that I have desperately tried to overcompensate with what has happened by being so focused, but I can't obviously pay attention. So I'm making every mistake that you can make. Measurements are completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of burnt a little bit, maybe. It's
Yeah.
also like there's a horrible, like, wispy smoke that's coming out of it that just, you can't get rid of. You're just kind of blowing the smoke away, and it's clingy, and it just kind of stinks. It's awful. Olive, yours is kind of okay. It's got like some of the qualities that you were expected to have in the potion. It has a sort of brownish, grayish tinge, and it's probably looking around at some of the other students. In particular, Ashley's potion. The difference is pretty apparent. You can see that Professor Griffiths has gone over to Ashley, and she sort of smiles, and he says,
Very good. That is exactly a barkskin potion. And you can probably take that directly to your next Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Well done, Miss Indigo.
"Thank you, Professor." She sort of looks at you, Olive, out of the corner of her eye, and she's trying to look at your potion. And as the professor turns his back and starts to like walk over to your group, she looks at your potion And you can see her think for a second. She looks around. And she takes her wand. And she goes. And makes a stirring motion in the air.
Olive gets to stirring.
You start stirring the potion. And it starts to look correct. The professor makes his way over.
Oh my.
Professor Griffiths looks at Maisie's and Clem's potions.
I'm afraid you've both gotten this wrong. What do you think you did, Miss Skylar?
What do I think I did, or what do I think I did wrong?
Well, both, I suppose.
Yes.
Well, do you have any idea what you might have done wrong?
I think probably everything. I mean, maybe I didn't put the ingredients in the right way, and maybe I just didn't combine them slowly enough, because I know that that's really important. So maybe I just need to read the whole thing again and then just try all the way from scratch again. And I'll clean out my cauldron, because I know that that's really important to start with a good foundation. What did I do wrong, Professor?
Well, let's get started with the temperature of your cauldron. As you can see, the fire here is not hot enough. You can look at Miss Indigo's fire over there. It's quite a bit hotter.
Yeah.
Not hot enough. The reaction didn't take place within the potion, and as you can see, let's take a look. But I don't think that you put enough bark in. Not enough yew bark.
Right. How much more do you think I would have needed?
Perhaps twice as much.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. That was very wrong. How embarrassing.
Make sure you check your measurements.
Yes, I will. I will. Do I have time to practice again? Or,
Get the potion completed by the end of class.
Oh, okay.
He looks over, he steps over a little bit over to Clem's potion. What do you say? I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that I extinguish what's left of the fire and try to pick up the cauldron.
You're picking up the cauldron? Okay.
I'm
Struggle, please.
Pick up / drag. I want to try and take it to empty it out.
Sure. Struggle, please.
I can't believe that I'm about to admit this, but I think I probably need a -1 because one of my negative traits is clumsy.
Okay.
Just being honest.
That's great.
How?
Why don't you go ahead and you take an extra XP since you were being honest.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, Lordy.
When you're starting to drag the cauldron, you start to sort of stumble a little bit. You're pulling the cauldron off of the fire, and some of it sort of splashes a little bit onto the ground. But you catch the cauldron, and it doesn't make a horrific mess, but it's very close. Maybe some spills on your clothes, and they sort of stain a little bit.
Okay. I just kind of brush my robes down, and get it over to the. I seem to remember that Rosie had a moment when she was in potions and she washed her cauldron out somewhere. Is that right? Have I recalled that correctly?
Yeah, there's a drain. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going over the drain to get everything.
We use the term wash a little loosely here because there was vomit involved.
Light rinse.
Miss
There's a lot of
Goosanders.
sand.
Miss Goosanders, what is this?
Yeah. It's my potion.
That is not a potion. If you were to drink that, I would have to take you, Madame Pomfrey, immediately. Are you trying to injure yourself?
No.
Now, what do you think you did wrong?
I honestly have no idea. I did everything perfectly. I think there must be something wrong with your instructions.
Excuse me?
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I did everything perfectly.
You're being a bit cheeky, Miss Goosanders.
So sorry. Sir.
Minus 10 points to Gryffindor. Now, Miss Goosanders, please reread your instructions. And I would like you to at least attempt to understand what you did wrong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have until the end of class to get the potion right.
Okay.
Now, let's see, what do we have here? Miss Everglade. Ah, look here. Your potion is looking rather good. Well done. It's the
Thank
right
you,
consistency. It's the right color. It doesn't smell like burned dog.
That's what I was going for. Yes.
Well done. Perhaps
Thank you.
you could assist Miss Goosanders.
Absolutely.
All right. Now.
And Professor Griffith starts to walk off.
Olive's going to look across the room to see if she can get, make eye contact with Ashley Indigo. I don't know if she was watching to see if that would work or not, but...
You're looking over at Ashley?
Yeah, to see if she can catch her eye.
Yeah, she's looking over at you. She smiles just like out of the corner of her mouth and turns back to her work.
Olive kind of does the same. She does like the subtle little like, and then goes back to almost like the sup nod. She'll know what it means.
She continues working.
So, aside from you having done everything perfectly and the professor's instructions being wrong, do you know why maybe the potion didn't come out right, Clem?
Listen. No, I don't. I thought I was trying to do it correctly, but I think my measurements were off almost probably in every category, so...
That was such a fast conclusion to come to, when like 30 seconds ago, you were so sure that you'd done everything perfectly.
I knew I'd done it wrong, obviously. I just don't like the tone. What do you think you did wrong? Tell everyone in front of everyone what you did wrong.
I kind of hate that too. I feel like you could accomplish the exact same thing if you just said, do you know what you did wrong? And then we could say, yup. And he goes, all right, don't do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do I need to say it out loud?
Yeah, to everyone. I don't need to be publicly humiliated, though I see what I did after. It really ensured that, so that's fine.
Bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It may have been more public with the second thing you said.
It just came out of my mouth. I don't know.
That's how most words come out, Clem.
I know, but usually, I think I'm told other people, think before they say stuff. Anyway, I should
Well,
probably...
it's the first I'm hearing of this method, so we can both work on it.
Yeah.
But for starters, let's work on the potion.
Okay. Yours looks so good, by the way. Do you know what you did right? Sorry, it was a joke. It was okay.
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Step 1. You ready?
Yeah. Thanks.
And they continue working on the potion for the rest of the class. Now, Clem, you're getting some help from Olive. You can go ahead and roll your mind roll again with your Olive benefit.
Well, currently I have 0 with Olive, so I'm scared.
You know, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Yeah, you know what? It's because I give you all the +1s, and then it defaults back to 0. Is what happened.
If the court reporter will read the record back, I don't think that's what happened last week.
Also, Maisie, if you could give me another mind roll. Oh, no.
To be fair, Olive was probably like holding her hand to stir the potion with her and stuff, so I doubt it was gonna be a lot, you know?
Oh, no. Ooh. Okay, so double 1s from Maisie on that one. And a fail from Clem.
We need a jingle.
Yeah. There's I think the camera is like out in the hallway somewhere, and then there's just this like horrible roiling smoke that starts pouring out of the classroom, and several students kind of make their way out. You see the potions students just start to pour out into the hallway. And several members of the class make their way out. Probably followed lastly by Maisie. Maisie, what kind of state are you in?
I am completely exacerbated, and I look it. I've clearly had something explode in my general vicinity.
Is there like an actual, like an Acme explosion sort of mark on your face?
I have soot on my face, but it also has streaks through it because I have been profusely sweating and also silently crying into the cauldron, which definitely didn't help the potion. So soot, but also like rain, very localized on my face. I think I probably have some kind of red on my hands. I think I've probably caught myself on the cauldron at some point. One of my shoelaces is singed, and I no longer have my flowers with me.
Yeah. Clem also doesn't look fantastic. Clem, what kind of result was your potion here?
My potion ended up being some sort of like very acidic, acrid, kind of like face melting smell, like gasoline mixed with vinegar or something. And I'm looking a bit sick, actually. Like I'm probably coughing a lot and kind of can't breathe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's like some students that are sort of pushing each other to get out of the classroom. Oh, that smell! Oh! Who did that? And you just you hear this like wind coming from inside the classroom as the professor is trying to air it out as best as he can. The spell work and whatnot being done, just trying to clean up the mess here. And from inside the classroom, you can hear the professor say,
Oh, Miss Skylar, Miss Goosanders, I believe we're going to require some extra lessons.
Yes, Professor.
Yes, Professor.
and we switch scenes to a very different atmosphere in the classrooms. Following along a tower up the stairs of a class that looks a lot different compared to the potions classroom. It's a very airy sort of atmosphere. There are desks arranged along these sort of the circular classroom where we find Rosalina in her divination class. The class is filled with some Hufflepuff students from your year, as well as you see some fourth year. You see some fourth year students as well.
What's the seating arrangement in divination? Am I like sitting next to somebody? Could I like elbow someone next to me?
So there's small sort of desks, a lot different than say like a lab environment, like in potions that have these longer sort of like workstation type areas. They're much more small desks, a bit cramped if I'm honest. And you're there with one other person. Who do you think would be sitting next to you from your year? Maybe Rain?
Yeah, I was gonna say Rain or like Hyacinth, maybe.
Okay. So I'll roll for it. Let's see who it is. Hyacinth. She's just kind of looking at you. No expression on her face, staring right at you.
Must be some pretty smart kids in this class because they're fourth years, right, Hyacinth? Because we're just a little younger.
As always, Hyacinth sort of looks extremely morose. She's a bit smelly. She's a little sickly looking. She's got very sort of like a very sullen expression. The way that I like to describe her is she sort of looks like Orin from Parks and Rec. She has that sort of very spooky appearance that's not really quite human. What do you mean?
You know what? Never mind. Do you know what divination is? Because I don't. All my friends said that I would do well in divination, so I signed up.
Well, I think it's about learning the future.
Oh, you're done. Okay, I thought maybe there was more. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. Who's our teacher? Did you? I guess I could look and see who our teacher is. I don't have to ask you all these questions. I was just trying to start a little conversation with myself.
You do that a lot.
Me? Talk?
You talk.
Most people do, Hyacinth. Most people do. I think maybe, but it's okay to not talk, obviously. So I will just talk quieter into myself. Professor Blair Borealis. Cool. Future stuff.
With a bit of a swirl, the professor walks in. And Professor Borealis is a rather tall-looking man. He has penetrating eyes and he's a very handsome guy. He's got a very pretty face. That's sort of like pretty-looking man appearance, you know. He's very well manicured and maintained, and he puts a lot of effort in, you can tell. He walks into the classroom, and he sets his work down and turns towards the class. Can anyone tell me what they believe divination is about?
It's about the future?
Is that all that you think it's about?
Well, that's what Hyacinth told me at the beginning of class.
I did. Divination is not only about the future. It is about finding answers. It is about seeking those answers and the means that you take to accomplish this task. Does anyone know any methods for divining the future?
Manifestation? My dad's like to say that we manifest our future. But my dads are muggles, so actually that might be wrong. Sorry about that. Are they wrong? It would be nice to know so I could write them and let them know.
This manifestation that you speak of, how would you manifest it? What actions would you take?
Sounds more sinister than I thought. Normally my parents are just like, make a dream board, think about it, put it into the universe, do some yoga.
He walks over towards your desk.
This class will be about finding the correct means, the safest means, and the best means for divining a future. What do you suppose your future is?
He puts his hands on your desk, Rosie.
What do I suppose whose future is?
Well, you spoke of manifestation. What future do you seek to manifest?
Oh, specifically right now, one where I'm not scared of water anymore. I'm taking a tea bath later. Sorry, I talk too much when I'm nervous. Or all the time. As Hyacinth said earlier, I'm doing it again.
I did say that. Does anyone else know any means of divining the future aside from manifestation? Yes. I heard about, casting of wands, of rods.
That is one way. Any others?
Tea leaves?
Tea leaves. That is another.
Hey, in the Muggle world, Professor Borealis, some people look into like little orbs. Do y'all do that here? Like, is that real magic or are they faking?
Crystal balls.
Crystal balls, that's the word?
That is another often common use of them, yes.
He takes his hands off of the desk and stands up straight. You can see he looks down at you for a second. He looks at you and Hyacinth. as if he's sniffing the air for a second, furrows his brow ever so slightly. Takes out a handkerchief and turns around. And I don't think you see it entirely, but he just sort of covers his nose for a moment.
I'm gonna lean across the table. Hyacinth, did you fart?
Yes.
Nice, Hyacinth. Nice. Healthy gut.
Thank you.
That's...
The professor turns around and he says, today we will be looking at some of the means of divination and their advantages and disadvantages. Some of the examples given today were teacups and tea leaves, crystal balls, and he looks towards you, Rosalina. And he says, as well as the casting of rods. Now, there is a class here at Hogwarts that particularly focuses on that particular means of divination, xylomancy, and it is taught by Professor Clove Pinescrew. You recognize Alexander's father's name immediately, Rosie.
I think Rosie makes a distinctive, disgusted face, like a...
And he says, but we're not going to focus on that means today. For now, we will focus on tea leaves and crystal balls. Now, with tea leaves, interpretations can be quite diverse. As with much of divination, there is an art to it. And part of your job as a diviner will be to understand the possibilities and interpretations of said works. Now, what might you think would be the difficulties in observing a crystal ball, in trying to discern what it might be trying to tell you? Miss Earthcloud.
What would the difficulties be in trying to find out what the crystal ball is telling me?
Yes.
Professor? The seeing part, perhaps?
So you believe what you see may not be fact?
Oh, I was thinking more that zoning in to see into the ball might be a little difficult. But maybe that's a good one too. It could be false.
An excellent point, Miss Earthcloud. Perhaps you will have a talent for divination.
Rosie's under the table. It goes yes.
I farted
Thank you,
again.
Professor. Hyacinth, I was having a moment.
Sorry.
Good for you, healthy gut. It's okay. Did you eat yogurt this morning?
She sort of shakes her head. Eggs.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Professor.
And he looks at you and he says, Miss Earthcloud, your observation, your suggestion that it is in fact difficult to summon up the image of the future in a crystal ball is a very common problem. When using a crystal ball, you must in fact channel exactly the right amount of magic into it, as well as focus on your goals. Whereas using tea leaves could be quite a different approach. Tea leaves are often more ambiguous. They leave much more room for interpretation, but they require much less focus. Now, if you turn to page 42 in your textbooks, you'll find Much of the class goes on like this. And Rosie, I'd like you to make a mind roll for divination for me, please.
I just wanted to check. I don't know. I assume we had rest since the last one, but I had an upset condition. I don't know if I still have it.
You have not had a chance to rest. No.
That's fine. It doesn't affect that one. I was just showing.
Oh, actually, you had a free period. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You had a free period.
Right.
Absolutely. Let's see. Upset. Well, Barney might have successfully consoled you, I think, as he gave you some flowers. So sure, we can cure that.
Sweet. Nice. Thanks. Doesn't matter anyways. I still got a 12.
Oh, very nice. All right. So, when all is said and done, you don't actually do any divining in the class today. It's more of an explanation of some of the means of divination and whatnot. But you come out of the class feeling pretty smart, Rosie. You actually seem to have quite a knack for this.
Hey, Hyacinth.
I didn't fart this time. It
No,
wasn't
I didn't
me.
smell any. No, I didn't smell. No, that's the first class that I think the teachers ever liked me in. I think, like, I did okay. Which, like, normally I'm like, I did fine. You know what I mean? But, like, I think that teacher was like, do you agree? Am I talking too fast? Again, Hyacinth.
Yes.
Do you think that the teacher liked me?
I don't know. I usually have
That's
a
fine.
problem understanding when people like things.
Fair and valid. Same, except that I think that... Actually, hold that thought. Is everybody leaving the class, Whack?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way I could just, like, waddle back into the class and talk to Professor before?
Sure.
Now that the class is empty?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, like, run in, half jog. Hyacinth, I'll catch up with you. Oh, God, Hyacinth, I'll catch up with you in a minute. And I'm just gonna, like, half jog in, and, like, a potion will roll out, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, hey, Professor,
We
I had
see
a
like
question.
Hyacinth walk off. She doesn't move her arms when she walks.
Just a little robot.
Like firmly planted at her sides.
Hyacinth is the kind of person to me that, like, when she walks, you can see that her butt cheeks are clenched. Hey, Professor, do you have a free moment? If you don't, I could give you a cookie in exchange for a free moment.
Getting ready for my next class?
It'll be super fast. I talk very fast. It is a problem. Okay, I'm going. So just question. I have two dads, super cool, love them a lot. Neither of them are magical, but I am adopted. Do you think that there's like a way that we could either look into the future or like the past and find out like maybe if like one of my actual parents is a witch or a wizard and I'm not actually a muggle?
Miss Earthcloud, you are not a muggle.
Well, you know, like not a muggle born is what I meant. I'm sorry about that.
You're asking if I can help you find your parents?
That is exactly what I'm asking. I wouldn't call them my parents so much as my donors. But yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, like my incubator.
I suppose it's possible.
How?
Well, there
You need
are
a piece of my hair?
There are various forms of divination. Having something that is close to you would work as a focus. It's not something I could do now. If I may ask, why?
Oh, it's simply because I am super curious. Also, I keep calling myself a muggle-born, and I don't even know if that's true or not. And also, I kind of am curious, like, if my mom or dad was a wizard, my incubator or donor was a wizard, if, like, maybe, like, what happened, and if they're alive, or if something, you know what I mean? Because, like, I didn't know much about the wizarding world, and now I just am a little curious.
Try and convince Professor Borealis, please.
Would you say that because I was so impressive in class today, Whack, I may have a +1 here?
No.
Wait, hold on. Never mind.
He looks at you and he says, Miss Earthcloud, if I may,
Yes? May.
Your desire to know more about your donors, as you call them, is understandable. However,
Oh, there's a but. There's a but. Okay.
I think it is a rather personal thing for you to do all of this. Perhaps, as time goes on, I can teach you how to do such a thing.
I will accept that. That works for me. Thank you very much, Professor. And I'm going to slide a bit of a crumbly cookie onto the desk and just skip out. Goodbye. Have a good class. Sorry for taking up so much time.
he looks down and sort of straightens his clothing a bit. Like he's looking at the crumbs left behind on the desk as if they are an intrusion into his world.
I thought maybe you were going to say that he can, like, see the future in my crumbs.
Maybe that's the way Rosie sees it, but in actuality, he is repulsed by the idea of untidiness.
Good to know. Good to know.
And off you go. It is, in fact, the end of the normal portion of the day. Fifth period is over. The Gryffindors would have had defense against the dark arts while the divination classroom was going on. And the our Ravenclaw students would have had charms, double charms. So, all of you can go ahead and roll me a d6 here. That was a d6, which would have been a 5 for Maisie.
I pressed the roll button. I didn't.
Sure.
Sorry.
Maisie, you are the first one to dinner for the day.
I head in. I go to our normal spot. And is the food already out, or?
Yeah, the food is already out. You probably just caught the tail end of the spell service as you can see things sort of flying about and making their way onto plates and whatnot.
I would like to look for some bread and for some sausages.
Yeah, easy enough to find.
Okay. I get a plate out and I load up and put some vegetables on as well.
Okay.
I'm not eating though, I'm just piling. Like a lot of food. Like a lot of food. And I would like to have a look and see if Ashley Indigo is here.
Sure. Go ahead and make a notice something roll. No, Ashley. However, shortly after you arrive and you start piling things on, Albus starts making his way over to you.
I half look at him, not sure if I should keep looking at him while I'm cutting these sausages in half, like looking in the other direction, not sure.
Oh, hi. I didn't. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I had a bit of rubbish at potions, but what's new? How are you? I mean, how are you?
Oh, I'm all right. I suppose you heard?
Yeah. I was surprised. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. I've gotten over it.
Oh, well, that's good. I think, is that good?
Yeah.
Oh, you seem okay.
I think so.
Do you want to take a seat and sit with us, or?
Oh, I can. Sure.
I mean, you don't have to. There's no pressure or anything. It's just you. If you wanted to, you are.
No, I just didn't know if I just didn't want to, cause any problems or anything.
What would cause the problems, Albus?
Well, I just, if Scorpius was here, I don't know if he's been sitting with you or.
Are you asking me if I know how he's doing?
No, I mean, I just didn't want to. Oh, I think that's there's Alex.
Ah, yeah. There he is.
Hey, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Alex, you gotta speak up.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
How was your summer?
Educational. Honestly, think my gran could start like her own entire school. Probably.
Good.
Never meet my gran.
Try to stay away from it.
Good, it's a wise choice. Anyway, Barney and I were just talking about stuff.
Stuff?
What kind of stuff?
What kind of stuff?
Like, but how angry we are about things.
What kind of things?
And I don't know. Did you ever get that when things make you angry?
Like what?
I
What do you mean?
Yeah,
See, nothing comes to mind. That's what we were trying to figure out. We're like, we can't think of anything right now that's making us angry either. That's good. I sit down at the table. Okay,
You sit opposite Maisie. Where do you sit?
that's a very good question. Where would if I was walking...
Albus would have probably been on the same side as Maisie.
Right. Then I probably would have went round to the other side. Maybe. Whatever was closest to where I came in from. So if Maisie was at the closest side, then I'm on the closest side. And if she's at the furthest side, then I'm on the closest side. So I'm on the closest side to the entrance. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Maisie, were you on the entrance side or were you on the wall side?
I was on the entrance side, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that's fine. I sit down with respectful space. Yeah, so no angry things. That's
So Albus is kind of like looking at the both of you.
And we were saying, hey, that's good, because we like to be happy and like each other to be happy and stuff, so that's nice that you agree with that.
I give Alex a little soft smile, and I take the plate that's in front of him and swap it with mine. And while I've been talking to Scorpius, making him
Albus.
sausage sandwiches in the exact way that he taught me, like the really precise way that he really, really likes, that he taught me how to do it. I'm like, are you gonna make me roll to see how good they are?
No.
I really want them to be good.
No, you don't have to roll.
Okay, and I take his empty plate and put it in front of me, and then I start putting food on my plate. I give him a little elbow.
Albus is sort of looking at the both of you with an eyebrow raised.
Are you gonna sit down, Albus?
Yeah, all right. He's still like staring at the both of you as he walks towards probably the other side of the table and sits on the other side of the table near the wall.
So what's new?
She said, yeah, thanks.
Olive starts making her way in.
So, how do I see this seating arrangement as I'm walking up?
Maisie and Alex are sitting next to each other
Okay.
at your table, and Albus is on the other side, staring fairly intently at them.
Before I even get close to the table, I'd like to try to read between the lines of Albus if he's making a strange
Sure.
face.
If you have a relationship with Albus, you can use that.
Ooh, let's see. I didn't think to check. I do. Okay, and this is heart, right? I already scrolled away. I
Read
forgot.
between the lines is a
Yes.
heart roll,
Okay.
yes. 7, you can choose one from the list there.
Ooh, okay. How are they feeling?
I think looking at Albus right now, he looks sort of suspicious. He's looking at Maisie and he's looking at Alex, and I think both of them aren't really looking too much at him.
Olive's gonna kind of walk up behind them and try and just like make eye contact with Albus, like over them.
He's looking at them. He's got like a little bit of a smile on his face, and then he looks up at you, Olive. Oh, Olive, hi.
Hi, Albus.
Hi, Olive.
Practicing your sneaking, or
Am I interrupting something?
Oh, no, not at all.
no?
Hey,
Right.
Olive made an amazing potion today. You should have seen it. It was incredible. It worked so well. It was really the best. Well done, Olive.
Olive's just gonna kind of like slowly move around to sit next to Albus, very, very like pointedly. Thanks, Maisie. What's everyone eating for lunch today?
Maisie made me these sandwiches, but the right way.
There's a right way.
Yeah. My
And
right
vegetables. Because you never eat any really, and you need to just. There's a lot, Alex. So just.
Oliver's gonna do that thing where her body doesn't move, but she's just gonna look like this at Albus to see
Albus
if
is
he's
doing
looking at
exactly
her.
the same thing. It's a mirror between you right now. You just
It's good because when you chop it like this, and then when you have the sauces on it, it slips between like the hells of the sausages, and you get nice saucy bits.
Albus, like, with the barest of a lean, leans towards you, Olive, and out of the corner of his mouth, he says, "When did this happen?"
Honestly, have no idea, but should we get out of here?
I really don't know.
I really think we should.
I feel like I can't tear myself away, but
I feel like I wish I hadn't sat down to begin with.
What was that?
We've been working.
Oh,
What?
I'm sorry, I was distracted by sandwiches. I thought Maisie was talking to me. Go
I
ahead.
meant Olive and Albus.
Oh, yeah, we've been working on a new secret language we're trying to develop. We thought it might be useful for Swath this year so we could speak in code. Haven't got the hang of it yet, but we're just practicing the mouth movements.
I would like to read between the lines.
Sure.
Meanwhile, I'm like, good idea.
Are you
yeah.
kidding me? That's with a with a +2 with Olive.
I would like to point out that Kolo has accidentally put a -1 in her name, which I feel like
oh
is
my god!
I feel like is a good indicator for how you're rolling today.
I've filled up a whole experience already. Like I got my full 5 stars. Not even hit the break yet. Doing great.
All right, you try to read between lines. You have no idea what's going on. You're more
A
interested
secret
in the
language.
sandwiches and what Alex is saying, I think.
A secret language would be useful, and it's a good idea to develop with just 2 of you first, because then the rest of us can tell you how good it is secretly.
Because we could practice it and you could tell us if it's easy to crack. Exactly. It's like 2 mind, 1 mind right here.
Well,
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's see if we can crack it.
Well, yeah. I'll try. Wait. Okay, I'm ready.
Right. Albus, you start.
are you sure I should start?
I'm so sure. Yeah. No, oldest first.
Right.
That's the rules.
Wait, is this the code already, or?
Right.
No.
The code.
Oh gosh. Oh, what a rough class.
Clem.
Hey. Hi.
Hey, Clem.
Hi.
We're
Hi.
just
Hi.
about to hear a secret language. You can help us crack it.
A secret language. Oh my goodness. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Tell me the language, Cracker.
Do you know any other languages, Clem?
Well, like a small bit of French because I'm Canadian, but I don't really know how to speak it.
Oh, let's
and then,
hear it.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's hear that.
Pamplemousse,
Wow,
Cambois,
that was great.
bibliothèque.
I liked that one.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Clem.
I know those words.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so great. Clem, anything for lunch? Did
What
you
do they
see?
have?
There's a method to sandwiches that Alex was just about to tell us. So we were
Oh.
all about to learn about sandwiches. Alex?
What about your secret language?
I want to hear about the sandwiches.
So when you said that you have a certain technique for your sandwiches, what exactly does that mean?
Well, see, rather than just it's specifically for sausage sandwiches, and rather than just lining them up, you cut them in half and lay the flat bit down, and then you can get the sauce and the grooves between the
More surface area.
That's
the
brilliant.
arches, and then in that way you've got like full sausage coverage and saucy bits, and it's just a superior sausage delivery system.
Brilliant.
Lovely, yeah.
SDS. Superior Sausage Delivery System.
SDSS.
Suds.
Suds.
But then if you see suds in a sandwich, then someone might give you a soapy sandwich, and I can imagine you'd be rather upset.
Sounds like
Right.
something you get in a bean sandwich.
You know, I heard that some people, when they eat cilantro, it tastes like soap.
What's cilantro?
What's a lantro?
Is that cilantro?
Never
It's
heard
like
of it.
A lan?
like an herby.
What's that? Is it like a
It's-
muggle thing?
Well, I didn't think plants were separated by
Sounds horrible.
witch and state, but okay.
Is it like a potion ingredient?
No, it's like an herb, like mint. Do you not have mint? Is mint also like a weird?
We have
No, I
mint.
know man.
Have mint?
Yeah.
Is it because you grow it on the windowsill? Cilantro.
No, it's cilantro is what. It's a.
It's cilantro.
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 Right.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a
it- it's just-
lantro.
Because you
No,
need like a
what's
lantern for
cilantro?
the light
So-
to make it grow.
So is a lantro like a lantern or?
Hey,
Oh,
I'm on a path to find my donor in my incubator. Wait, what's going on?
what does
Oh,
that
we
mean?
were just trying to figure out what a lantro is.
like a
What is
goose
happening
egg?
at this lunch?
Like a Land Rover? That's a car.
Is it a car?
Cilantro.
I don't
Oh,
know, but it was the
cilantro.
only thing
They don't
that
know
I
what
could do
cilantro
to make
is.
them not
It-
talk about the secret language.
You don't know about
Also, we-
cilantro?
Thank you for that.
We invented the Rosie effect, and they've got a secret
problem.
language, and we're terrible at potions, right, Clem?
Yeah.
The Rosie effect.
Oh, it's like when you believe something so it's true.
Who are the people that are sitting closest to each other?
I don't know where Clem is sitting, but
Yeah.
it's Albus and Olive on one side of the table. Alex and Maisie are on the other side. Where's Clem? Where does Clem sit down?
I think I sat down next to Olive.
I'm gonna
Like,
sit down
just-
in between Maisie and I'm just
The
gonna sit right
space.
in between them and
Yeah.
Alex. Just like so cilantro is it's a plant, and to some people it tastes like soap.
That might
We were-
be
That's what I was
something
saying.
that we
I don't know if Maisie would let you sit in between them. I think she might stick her ground, you know? I think she might stick her ground.
Struggle,
I'm putting my leg in
please,
between.
Maisie.
Oh my gosh.
Is this with a
And
relationship?
this is your relationship with Alex.
This is the best roll-all game.
Oh my god.
Since you succeeded on this roll, what happens when Rosie tries to sit in between you?
Nothing.
Yeah, do you just
She
not
can't- She
move?
can't. I'm strong. I've done a lot of Quidditch. Like I am solid, and I just look at her like.
Okay, Rosie just like when she tries to put her leg through, but she can't. She like rebounds off. She like boom, and then she like pretends that she's like bouncing, and she like bounces around to the other table and goes to sit with everyone else.
It's this look of like surprise, and also what are you doing? Like what? Why would you do this?
It looks
like
like
all
an-
of these things combined.
It looks like an anime. Like we see like underneath the robes, like Maisie's like calf muscles and her thighs, like they,
All that Quidditch.
like we see like all the veins popping out. Like it's just.
Yeah, just that shade-covered face looked like.
Rosie is, by the way, just clueless. She's just like, oh, I'm to no room there, binkity bonkity, and then goes to sit next to Clem.
And I think it might be even more ridiculous because I don't think we're sitting like right next to each other. I think there's like an elbows room between us.
Yeah,
so, like,
I left.
So are you
the space.
spreading out? You're like doing it like a nice man spread on the subway.
yeah.
Elbows
I'm
up.
like, oh, okay, binkity bonkity boom. And I sit down next to Clem and I'm like, sorry, no room over there. Can I sit here?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. So, ladies, so
Can I read between the lines about what just happened? Because I'm pretty sure we all just saw that. I would love.
Go ahead.
Everybody but
Go
Rosie
ahead,
knows
Clem.
what just happened.
Read between the
would
lines
love-
with Maisie there, Clem. You can ask a question. You can ask
Yeah.
Maisie a question.
Okay. I always do this. Okay. How are they feeling?
I'm a little bit confused. You mean wait, feeling towards?
So I witnessed
me
what just
punching it.
happened. Yeah, and I was like, whoa, okay. And then I try to, how are you feeling about what just happened? Like, what are your emotions about why you just did that thing, I guess?
I think,
why did that happen?
confused. Like, I'm definitely confused. You've probably seen this a little bit before when you guys mentioned something that happened last year and I'm not in on it. It's like this kind of confusion, not in on it type thing.
So
There's a little-
jealousy is what I'm hearing.
No, it's not jealousy. It's more kind of, it's just confusion. It's not,
Okay.
It's not jealousy. It's just kind of like a bit left out or outside the situation, maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, confused. Also now I've turned around and seen everybody else quite sheepish, embarrassed, bit of regret in there as well, but just a little bit, not a lot.
Okay. I'm just gonna start like loudly and obnoxiously picking up food and like putting it on my plate and just like, oh, so what's everyone having?
Heck's good.
A little bit of
Sandwiches.
everything.
Very special sandwiches.
Oh,
You could
Why?
see that. Or
Specially prepared.
is there a secret sauce on them?
There is, in fact, a sausage delivery system.
it's specific rather than special, I would say.
That's probably a good place for us to take our break.
You did not just say sausage
I forgot we
delivery
had
system.
those.
We've said it like 8
Yeah.
times this episode.
I don't know why. It just feels like the right thing to say to me.
Sure, okay.
You understand that I named it one of the previous episodes of this season, right? Yes, I did.
I didn't know.
Good job, everyone, so far. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, folks. If you haven't done so, please make sure you're following all of these wonderful people. Please give them a follow. Follows are free. Go make it happen. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW to follow them in all the places. It's also a place where you can download the system. It's totally free. Go check it out. But please make sure you're following these people. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these people. Even if you don't have that sub and you just want to go sub to them, go do that because they're great. Great role players, great people. Go do it. Go do it. Go support these wonderful humans. Make sure you're following Table Story here on Twitch and also on YouTube. And we also have a Discord. You can come hang out at tablestory.tv/Discord. Come join the fun. We've got loads of different channels and things for all the shows and things that we do. Lots of different shows here on the channel, all different kinds of systems, all different kinds of role play. Come check it out. Come hang out with us. And you can also look for groups on the Discord as well. We've got a looking for group channel, and lots of groups and things have started from there. So come check it out. Come hang out, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Hang tight for more Witchcraft and Wizardry back in just a little bit.
How's dinner, everyone?
Yeah, so good. I was just wondering, like, how do I get my hands on one of those sandwiches? They look good. I I saw them on that side of the table, and I was gonna grab one, but it was busy.
Well, I have one left.
Oh, I'm not gonna take your last sausage sandwich, Alex. I know how much they mean to you. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
One, Rosie.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'd love one, as long as you're not like busy. Because if you're eating, you deserve to.
Yeah, you took all the time to make my ones, so you can eat your dinner, and I'll make one for Rosie since I'm basically almost already full.
Thanks.
Okay.
And not to say that you don't make them good, because I couldn't make them really better myself. But it's just so you can actually eat.
That's so sweet. You made them for Alex, Maisie?
Yeah.
You should come work in the kitchens with me.
I did that once.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, you
I don't
did.
know if I can cut out for it. What was it like, Clem?
Loud,
Terrifying.
scary.
And
Yeah.
I covered her in flour, and then I put her in the oven. Just kidding. We had a really good time. I did put flour on her back, though.
I learned
you
how to make
didn't put
mashed
her in the
potatoes.
oven.
I did. I would never put anyone in the oven. I'm a pacifist, except when it comes to Ashley Indigo.
What sauce do you want?
Whatever one's your favorite, or all of them. Actually, all of them. Can I have all of them?
I'll do one in each groove between the sausage hills.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the mention of Ashley Indigo, I give Olive a look. Just kind of, it's like an acknowledgement. Probably seems like a solidarity.
Here you go, Rosie. But you can take it out of my hand for you. Yeah, there you go.
I wasn't gonna bite your hand.
Just.
I did it one time last year. I'm sorry. Super hungry.
It's the way to eat sausages on a sandwich. Unless you get square sausages for your sandwich, that works as well. But square sausages are better on like a roll.
What's what is a square sausage, and how do I get one?
A square sausage or a Lorne sausage? Do we not have some somewhere? They look like
Our
little
sausages are
brown
either
squares.
Tubes. Oh, ours are circles, I think.
Yeah,
You mean
there's
like
some.
the flat ones?
Yeah. I grab a little plate with them on. I normally don't eat them at dinner. That's probably why there's only a little bit. You can have them at breakfast, but I prefer. They're less juicy than round sausages.
But they've got a nice crisp.
But yeah, they're crispy. They get the crispy sausage bits if you like the crispy bits.
Yeah. I don't know why, but in America we round them. They're the exact same, probably, but.
We do both.
Yeah.
We do round ones and square. Well, the square one isn't really a square. It's like a big.
Albus sort of like leans in to you, Olive, and he just casually says, "He's talking about sausages quite a bit, isn't he?"
It's so much sausage talk. It's exclusively sausage talk at this point.
Do you think
And then-
that's what he's been talking about with Maisie?
I truly have no idea, but it wouldn't surprise me. I'm
And then you
also
have little
thinking
slices of it.
we
Why is
should
he
have gotten
flailing
up.
about like that?
We should have gotten up when we had the chance. Why did we not get up earlier?
I think they're practicing their secret language again.
When are you gonna tell us? When are you gonna show us? We want to see if we can decipher it.
But you're
Wait,
speaking
is
a
your
different
secret
language?
language just whispering, or is there actual code involved?
Oh no, there's
Oh
code.
no, it's a whole language.
So it's a double layer whispered code language?
It's secret for a reason.
That makes it double secret. That's pretty good.
What's
Isn't
the
that when you're
reason?
talking about us?
Why would that automatically mean that?
Well, Albus said it was secret for a reason, and you've been avoiding showing us, so obviously it's not a Swoof thing, it's a you two thing. And I mean, like, that's okay. It's not a problem or anything. It's just.
That's a good point, Albus. Maybe we should just show him, because it is a Swaff thing, and Maisie's right, so let's prove it after you. You go first, and I will reply
Feel like
to you.
you would be a better representative for the secret language than me.
That is so kind of you to say, but I offered first, and I insist. It's polite, and
Is it
we
ready
are
for
polite in
revealing
SWAT.
yet? Is
Why
that
don't you
why
just go
there's
together?
hesitation?
Anyone
That's a
pass me the
great
salt?
idea.
That's a good idea.
No, thank you.
No.
So, the secret language.
Is it like pig Latin?
I don't
What's
know
that?
what that is.
You can speak to pigs?
No, and I also can't
In
speak
Latin?
Latin. I don't know why they call it that.
What is it?
I don't really know.
So,
So like
want me to
everybody
count
speaks
you
it
in?
in America. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do
Well,
like a
There's
3, 2, 1, and then go, right?
well,
Do on the one, go on the go.
I'll go
I
on the
think it's
go.
important, right, Albus, to
Yes.
talk about the
yes.
mouth movements that are
Yes.
very specific to this language. So much like
Definitely.
if you were trying to
Yes.
convince someone you weren't talking, part of it is the visual.
Wait, stop. I just remembered. I was being spied on earlier today, so maybe you shouldn't reveal the secret code.
That's
Not
a
like
good
this,
point.
not again.
Spy
Wait.
Who was it?
Who was spying on you?
Oris?
It was Gale.
Who?
You.
She in Ravenclaw, Gale Gatewing. She hangs out with Ashley sometimes.
And she was looking at you.
I was at Hagrid's class, and then me and Barney were talking about stuff, and then we took a look around, and then I caught her looking at me, and then she looked away when I caught her looking at me. So we need to be careful. There may be spies, and they may be from our own houses.
Were you wearing anything flashy, covered in sequins, or perhaps fashionably interesting? Were you wearing yoga pants?
Maybe Gail likes you.
And Olive's gonna elbow Clem.
I mean, I don't think I've done anything to have. Oh, I lost points, but that was after she was staring at me. So I don't think that she's in. No, so I think at that point she didn't have any reason to not like me, but then afterwards she did because I lost points for Ravenclaw. It was an accident. But I don't think she had any reason to not like me, so maybe?
Did you lose points because you were wearing something sequined and or fashionable?
Oh no, there was no. I don't wear those.
Was it behavior based?
It was accidentally making noise based.
Were you farting in class?
No, Barney and I sort of tripped over together.
I didn't know because Hyacinth farted our entire divination class.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and
Really?
the professor smelled it, and I said, Hyacinth, did you fart? And Hyacinth said, yeah. And I said, Hyacinth, did you have yogurt? And Hyacinth said, no, it was eggs. And I'm very open, but I don't think even I'm that open. Am I?
Sounds like something you might say.
Okay, question.
She just said it so monotone. Yeah.
Was that her method of telling the future?
Ooh, future flatulence.
Noxious gases.
What, like
Fart
she had me
seeing.
in eggs, yeah, but her body was
Fart
reacting
seeing,
to the
that's a
eggs
good
that she
one.
was going to eat in the future.
Future eggs? She was farting from the future? I don't like to think about it.
If she was
don't
looking
know.
into the past, she could have been pasting wind.
Oh god.
That one hurt a little bit, Alex.
No, I didn't.
Ow.
No.
Okay, I'll stop.
Alex.
I kind of liked it.
Good.
I mean, I hated it.
Oh, bad? Wait, why is there
nobody
confusion
laughed.
all of a sudden?
Nobody
No, I'm
laughed, so I
confused.
took it back.
Oh,
Just kidding.
so when people
That
don't laugh, I
wasn't it.
should take it back? Let me write that down.
Anyways, I don't remember what we were talking about before I started remembering what Hyacinth's fart smelled like. I'm never gonna be able to eat yogurt or eggs
Spying?
again.
We were trying to understand why Alex was being spied on.
No, I stand by the fact
right,
that
it was-
maybe Gail was looking at something that she liked.
Wait, do people do that?
Maybe your, cloak was looking especially well pressed this morning. Or, maybe a bird pooped on your cloak. Did you check?
I did.
And there was no
I
bird
always
poop?
check. No, I check it often. I'm just worried about it because sometimes you don't feel it with these robes. They're all flappy. So
Did anybody who had prepared any sort of baked goods covered in flour touch your back and or behind?
I don't think so.
Go team! We do it all the time in America. Go team!
You touch each other's behinds?
Yeah, you slap them and you say go team. Just it's sportsmanlike.
I was told that you don't hit people
I should play more sports.
or touch
It's
the butts.
specifically tackle football.
Oh.
My dads do it to each other all the time. It's very normal.
Yeah, but your dads are in love.
You only slap people you
Hey.
love?
I mean, maybe their butts. I feel
don't-
like that's something.
Because
we
I
only
don't
touch if-
think. Yeah, I don't
know?
think Gail is Rosie's dad, or on the sports team, or in love with me. I don't see any of those being a realistic reason. So I think it must be nefarious.
Why
She's
isn't it
planning-
realistic that she could be in love with you, though?
Isn't she a Ravenclaw?
I mean, you're great, Alex.
And smart and a Ravenclaw, but also
I think Albus sort of kicks Clem under the table.
Alex.
It clearly seems to me to be counterintelligence of some sort, and she's absolutely. It's picture any time any of us in Swaff have been caught staring. Isn't it always for something Swaff related or a mystery or something important?
That's what happened. I got caught staring
See,
For sure.
exactly.
right after.
And I've caught Clem staring before.
Exactly. We've all done it for important things. So I
wait,
think
what was
that's
Clem
further...
staring at?
Wait, I was. Does Clem want to go first, or will I go first for why I was staring?
I think pause and let's let Clem answer this one because I'm a little confused.
I
raised
honestly
my
have no
eyebrow
idea.
at Clem.
No idea what Maisie's talking about right now.
Well, I think we've all stared when we're trying to assess a situation or follow
Right.
the movements of someone or try and figure out what someone's doing. I don't think it's that unusual, but I
Wait,
do
is that
rude.
staring or is that spying? Should we use different words?
Should I stop staring at Barney so much?
You stare at Barney.
Wait, was she staring at Barney, Alex? Or was she staring at you?
I think it was me because I made eye contact.
You made eye contact.
But I was next to, yeah, and then she went with her eyes. You know, like our eyes went, yeah, and then her eyes went, yeah, like really quickly. But then later she caught me staring at her, so. I
Maybe
was
she
staring
thinks
at
that
her.
you're spying on
be-
her.
I was spying on her to see if she was spying on me. So then,
Were you with Barney at this time?
yeah, we were in
So
class.
she could read half of your conversation.
Barney's careful.
And
Barney's very
legible.
sweet.
What were you talking
But his
about?
handwriting is immaculate. I've never read
Yeah.
something so beautiful in my life. He writes like
We-
he took calligraphy for 8 years of his life.
He practices really hard. We stay up sometimes if he wants to try a new one. Barney and I were talking about Quidditch.
Quidditch? Alex, do you even like Quidditch?
We were thinking about trying out for the team.
Wait, what? Yeah.
It's because of the sports. It's because when you play sports, you get to. I get it.
Team! I get it. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's a joke. See, 'cause we weren't really doing that.
I look at Olive. It's a joke.
We're not gonna do Quidditch.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. So it sounds
No,
like.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. Like the thing that I did earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's good.
That. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. It's nothing.
That makes so
Right.
much sense. Rosie, good. If I could award you house points, I'm giving you 5 points to Rosie for ingeniously thinking outside of the box to realize that whoever she was staring, trying to decipher Barney's what he was saying from a
Calligraphy.
distance.
I
Yes.
think her name
Yeah.
was Gammon.
It's Gale.
Oh,
I mean,
Gale.
I think.
Yeah.
thank
Gail.
you for the
Gail
award.
Greatwig.
Gatwick?
Greatwig.
Grey twig. Is it a dead twig?
Or just comes from a grey tree.
I love trees.
Trees are good.
So this has been a great lunch.
It feels.
Dinner.
I'm
It's
We didn't even get an
dinner
update,
time.
Albert.
feels like it's been going on since lunch. So
It could be second lunch. We could have dinner later in the common room.
Right.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you're leaving?
Yeah.
Wait,
Something I
okay.
said.
Was it something that Clem said?
Do I smell
a
like
joke.
hyacinth
Was
fart?
it some?
It was a joke.
Was it something I said?
Lingering?
Jamie Flowers?
What?
What's going on?
Are we still taking
Things
a big
got
cup of tea later?
Yeah.
Tea bath. Yes.
Not the second word.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
the tea.
The tea swim.
Thank you.
Tea.
Okay, well, if you're
Submersion.
leaving, I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, it's
Can
like
you
you're
read
a big
between
biscuit.
the lines?
Hmm?
Can I read between the lines and see what's going on with Olive?
Absolutely. You can ask a question.
What are they planning?
To get the heck away from here as fast as possible. Literally just anything that will excuse her from the table without her friends getting mad at her. This is an escape plan.
All right, okay. So it's not that she's going somewhere; it's that she's going
No,
away.
she's just incredibly uncomfortable with this conversation and doesn't know how to say that. Okay.
That's how I feel. So, do we have plans for later?
Yes. When and where are we doing the brewing a cup for Rosie?
Sorry, I won't be doing that because
Bye.
Cause what?
the girls.
Oh, I
What?
thought they were brewing me with all my clothes on.
Right, but I
it-
probably can't. There's probably charms that I can't get. I can't.
Oh, okay.
Cleanse. Well,
I'm
he's probably
sorry,
protected.
What do you mean by brewing tea? Why would
It's
you be
probably
doing
best
it with your
not to catch an.
clothes?
Don't. It's maybe later.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
We'll
I have a
leave that
phobia.
one.
I have a phobia.
It's step
Yeah.
1 to getting her to bathe.
I can probably just
It's been 3 months.
hang out with Barney and
3 months.
Can you ask him how he is?
Quidditch.
No, we weren't really talking about Quidditch. That Quidditch sub is a joke.
Could you ask?
Right, a joke.
Right. Yeah.
Could you ask? Could you ask
well,
Barney
we
how
talk
he is?
about Quidditch sometimes. Barney? Yeah, he's good. I don't know why he's not here yet. Maybe he's busy.
And then just head off.
See you later.
You have to
Hey,
go?
Olive.
Are you going?
Yeah. I'm just going back to the common room.
Are you sure?
Well,
I'm so sure.
I'll see
I
you
will-
at breakfast.
Is it breakfast for you, everyone else later tonight.
And you don't need flowers or...
I don't need flowers, but thank you for checking.
Okay.
Oh, and Olive, guess the flibbit.
We're
All
getting
right.
there. It's closer. Yeah.
Oh, was that it? That was the language.
I got the first one, guess I had to flip it. Did you get the second one?
Was I just half asleep? What just happened?
Okay. Good. And Olive's just gonna. She does like the slow shuffle at first, and the farther she gets, the faster she walks out of the Great Hall.
Oh, Olive's probably gonna do some spying. I was like, what's happening? But then I realized she's probably trying to be subtle about going away to spy.
Who is she spying on?
You know. You know.
Me?
No. I don't know.
Maybe
Who's she going
Gale?
to...
Or someone?
Gale. She's going to spy on Gale? I thought we moved past Gale. I thought we figured out
Why
that
would
Gale
we-
was just reading.
Clem, pause. Do you not understand the seriousness of the situation? I was potentially being spied on. That's like...
Like what?
I don't like... I don't know.
Alex.
don't...
Have you not considered the possibility that she might just like you?
Well, like, I don't think that she doesn't like me. But I don't see why lots of people like me and they don't stare at me all the time. You know,
Look-
Barney likes me and he tries not to look at me most of the time.
No, I mean like likes you. Maybe.
Probably a spy, though, is what I'm thinking, is probably the likeliest of scenarios. So we
Someone
just
looks
kind of, and
You
it's also
they're a spy.
if you want to play safest, assume the worst, and then you're prepared for the worst. So we'll assume the worst, and that is that she's spying on me so she can learn how she can try and control my mind with magic, like other people try. So I need to go to the bathroom, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
did you have the eggs?
Bye.
That's weird. How y'all doing?
Well, I told Olive that I had a crush on her.
Oh, you did what? That's so
No,
brave.
she
What'd
said she
she
was
say?
joking.
Yeah, and then I said I was joking because how can I not? How can I not? How can I not? It was a joke. I mean, the truth behind the joke was obviously there's a truth behind every joke, is what I'm trying to say.
So
It
what
was
you're
a
saying
joke.
is that you do have a crush on Olive.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Oh, okay.
Not
Yeah.
have a crush on Olive, I do.
No, what?
So you have a crush on Olive then.
She's super hot.
Wait, hold on.
And
Okay,
very
slow
smart,
your roll.
and
I'm the
everyone likes
okay.
her.
All right. I am the one with the crush on Olive.
Okay,
Just
thank
wanna
God,
be
because
really
that
clear.
made me really sweaty. I really like valuing her, but I didn't want to.
Well, you sold it really well, Rosie.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it made
With
me
enthusiasm.
feel a little will.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It was
took
a
beer
little
classes
uncomfortable.
growing up.
Yeah, so I can't undo that. I realize now. But hopefully it just never comes up again, and she totally forgets. That's the idea. That's the plan.
But if you have a crush on her,
she
why would you
knows.
not want her
Yes.
to know?
She needs to know.
I mean, does she? I don't think she does. I think it's probably better for everyone involved if she doesn't,
Clint,
right?
do you have a
I mean,
journal?
Why?
Do you have like a page in your journal where you just like have written the same thing over and over and over again in cursive and sometimes in print, sometimes in a heart, sometimes in a bubble? And is it Olive's name?
I'm not getting into this with you.
So, like, I'm just saying that writing in your journal like that's not going away. I keep writing down Barney's
Yeah, but
name,
if I
and that
put
hasn't
it
gone
in the
away.
journal and then I take the pages out and then I burn them, then the feelings
What?
go away.
Barney!
Wait,
Barney
Barney?
flowers today. I thought it was getting kind of obvious.
Oh my god.
I don't really know. Like, we've never even been alone together. It's just that, like, sometimes when I'm thinking about studying, instead I just write Barney's name.
Rosie
In
and
really
Barney,
nice
come on,
cursive?
Olive.
Well, okay, let's slow down. Listen, first of all, in my situation, you know, Olive has to also like me. We can't just say, oh, Clem and Olive are a thing. We're not, because she has to also be interested in the thing. And I'm fairly positive that she's not, which is why I kind of thought, throw it out there as a joke. She won't take it seriously.
Have
And
you
then we
ever
can all
asked?
move on.
Or, like, inquired, or, like had a conversation about it where maybe somebody would be like, oh, yeah, I'm into that thing, too. Swimming with my socks on. We both do that? It was an algorithm for being gay.
Oh,
In case you don't
No,
want to say
I
it out
haven't.
loud.
I,
I
don't
haven't
get
asked.
it.
You want me to ask?
Albus, how did you know the Scorpius?
Yeah, of course I would. Yeah, I totally would. I would definitely do that. I talk about gay stuff all the time. They could be like, you know how my dads are gay? You know what I mean? It's like super easy to tie in.
wait, can you even do that? Is that
Yeah,
okay? Can you do
absolutely.
that?
I could just be like, hey, I
Is it
just have a
rude?
question. I don't think it's rude. We are friends. Like, if she was a stranger, it might be ruder. But, like, if she's uncomfortable, then she won't answer, and then I won't pry further. That would be rude. But if I was like, hey, I've been thinking about how sometimes my dads are both boys and they kiss. Have you ever thought about that? For a lengthy amount of time? Did you ever write about it in your journal?
Okay, but you have to be like so quiet about it. And
I'm the quietest person in our friend group. Okay, I'm not,
Rosie.
but I'm very loyal, and I will get the job done. Well,
okay.
I do it during my bath, so if nobody else shows up for my tea later, then I could just ask.
Is it better
So
if
we
I
should not-
don't show up?
Definitely don't show up. Definitely don't show up.
Okay, I'm really sorry because I know that I said that I would help you do that, but I'm not going to show up if you're going to
I'm
have this
literally
conversation.
telling you not to come. It would be rude if you
Okay.
did show up at this point.
Okay, is there any... Okay, cool. Cool.
Do I come?
Probably not, because if it was me and it was sensitive information, I wouldn't want to, like, come out to a bunch of people at once.
It's true.
Oh, by the
also
way,
think-
I'm gay, everyone.
Hey, we're
Congratulations.
so proud of you. That was amazing. Thank you.
I
for
feel like
doing
since
that.
we're talking about Olive, I never said it. I think that's how
the
that is.
second
I
time.
haven't...
Albus gives you a little bit of a hug.
Oh.
Congratulations, Clem.
Does he smell good or does he smell like an egg?
Albus?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I mean, for now, we don't know. But all I've liked so far is girls, so I think I'm going with that. Unless you count Mr. Longbottom, but that was short-lived. And I really think
I
that
don't
was
think
more of like a
having a
psychological
crush on
damage.
somebody that is,
Let's be honest here, all right? Mr. Longbottom is like a free square.
A free square.
in the middle of a bingo card?
Yes.
We all like Professor Longbottom?
What does that mean?
Have you ever asked him how long his bottom is? It wouldn't make any sense. Bottoms aren't even long.
He's been in my house.
Oh, what? That feels wrong.
No, I mean when he was the one who came to tell me that I was a witch and that I was going to Hogwarts.
Oh, that's cute.
House with his long bottom.
Did it fit through your door?
Wait, Albus, does that mean that you kind of also like Neville? Professor Longbottom?
You call him Neville like he's your friend.
I don't think I've ever called him Neville.
75!
I don't think he's 75, Rosie.
so old. Maybe I don't have a free square. Then.
That's fine. You don't have to have a free square.
Right, okay.
Are you even playing bingo? I feel like you're playing like Go Fish with a one particular person.
What does that mean?
It means you're dating Alex. I mean, not dating, but like talking to. Whatever. You wouldn't even let me sit between you two earlier.
I didn't know why you would want to.
I love you. You're my friend. Also, your sandwiches looked so good. I always sit where the best food is.
Space there.
There was a perfect space, but as soon as I tried to sit down, it was like you expanded. But like, that's fine.
I just didn't think that you were gonna...
Were we not talking about the fact that you and Alex are friendlier than you were a few days ago?
Look, we just wrote a lot over summer, and he was there for me, and like last year, and he wrote me letters, and
Maisie, you don't have to defend yourself. There's no need to be defensive. It's totally
No,
okay.
you can just do whatever you want. I just was like wondering if we were talking about it or not.
I don't know, and I don't know, like if Alex. Maybe he thinks that we're just friends, and I
definitely don't think he's.
I'm not saying that I think that we're date.
Is that where the flowers came from?
Oh, my flowers.
Did you give them? Where are they?
They're looking a little sad. Yeah, they're looking a little sad.
I don't have. I don't have them. I didn't have them as I come out. I burn them in potions.
Hey, do you want to split the ones that Barney gave me?
No. They're for you, I think.
Okay, but they're both. Listen, I'm being this well towards Alex and Barney. They wouldn't notice, and it might make him feel better.
No, but I think that
Was it symbolic? Did you burn them on purpose?
Oh no! I just I think that actually Alex would understand, and I think that it would be sad that I lost my flowers, but I think maybe he would like that I told him with trust that something hard. So I think it's okay. I think. But we're not dating.
Yet.
Ha.
That's my bad. That was an assumption I made after seeing you nowhere the other
Body
day.
check her out of the chair.
No. Like when they were holding hands or they were like touching.
No, look, stop it. Oh, it's uncomfortable. I just, like, I think that that's something that Alex and I need to decide for us.
Heard nothing, and will say nothing ever again. I don't even know who Alex is, and I don't know who Maisie is.
I just don't think... I think it's an us thing. I don't think it's a swath thing. I'm not saying that there's an us thing and that it's a thing, and I'm not saying that there's an us. I'm just saying that it's an us thing.
Do you have a page in your journal, too?
I tend to just let it be in my head, and then it just goes round and round and round, and then so does all of the other things that I should probably write down in a diary, and then maybe that would feel like getting it out, and it would stop it going round and round and round in my head, and then it would stop it coming out sometimes in a really bad way, or me getting... I think I need a diary.
Or a therapist, or both. We're all going.
Probably.
I like my therapist.
My therapist told me that I smelled last time I went in, but I think it was out of kindness.
Well, you're going to fix that later by taking a cup of tea
And pouring it over
with
my
olive.
body.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's that face for, Albus?
I'm still a little hung up on the whole tea pouring thing. Tea is better than
it's a
water?
girl thing. It's a girl. Don't say that word around me, please.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna actually head out then as well.
I'm gonna
hit.
send you an hour later.
You could just tell me at dinner.
We're at dinner now. Do you want to have a second dinner? Because we could arrange that. I love to eat, so I'm more than...
Yeah, just next time you see me, you can tell me.
Okay, yeah, I won't write it down anywhere. That would be stupid, and then somebody would find it. I will keep it in here.
Well,
Field trap.
yeah. Okay. Okay,
Swaff.
bye. Swaff. And then I just kind of speed walk out of there, I think.
Where are you headed, Clem?
See, I didn't really have that much of an exit plan. So I think I'll walk in the direction of the common room.
Okay.
Yeah.
You head out to the Gryffindor common room. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Olive has been looking for someone since she's left. Olive, why don't you try and investigate for me, please?
Sure. Am I doing this with any relationship or just general?
I think this is just a general roll.
Okay.
Okay, 7. Can ask me a question from the list there.
I feel like the most accurate one is there anything of use here, probably? I feel like that kind of fits the...
I think as you've left the Great Hall for dinner, maybe you took note of who was around. Specifically, looking for Hufflepuff prefects. And I think that you have to sort of look around a little bit to find one, because I don't know if you know them very well. So you have to find out, like, who is actually a Hufflepuff prefect and trying to kind of remember, maybe. And you see someone else from Hufflepuff. I think this is probably Hyacinth. But you're not actually able to spot a prefect in particular. But you see Hyacinth sitting and eating at a table.
Hyacinth? Hey, I don't mean to interrupt. I need to find a Hufflepuff prefect. Do you happen to, any of them, where they might be? Anything like that?
You did interrupt, though. I was eating.
I did, yes, and I am so sorry about that. So sorry about that. That was awful. But prefects. Any ideas? Do they tend to hang out in the Hufflepuff common room, maybe?
There are prefects for Hufflepuff in the Hufflepuff common room sometimes.
Lovely. Okay. Could you, maybe you could escort me so I could speak to one if, once you're done with your food.
All right.
Nice weather today, huh?
I suppose. It's probably a little too bright for me.
Likewise.
Can you pass me the asparagus?
Yes, absolutely. Here you go.
Thank you.
Anything else that you'd like?
No.
Sure. No, sure. Yes. Take your time. Follow Quidditch much?
No.
Yeah, no, me neither. Read any good books lately?
Yes. She starts to clean up her spot. She starts to stand up.
Oh, okay. We're done then. Sure. And Olive's gonna start kind of like tidying some things for her to help the process go along faster. After you?
All right. She begins to walk over maybe 10 feet away. And then she says, Leonora is a prefect.
Which one is she?
She points to a woman sitting down at a table with other Hufflepuffs around.
Oh, so you weren't going to go to the common room with me, you just were enjoying that conversation and wanted me to stay longer?
It's one of the nicest conversations that I've had in a long time.
Me too, Hyacinth. Thanks for your help. And
night.
oh, okay, yes, bye. And Olive's gonna go up to I already forgot, what was her name?
It's Leonora.
Leonora. Okay, she's gonna go up to the girl that Hyacinth pointed at. Excuse me, Leonora, is it?
That's me.
Hi, Olive Everglade, Gryffindor, 3rd year.
Hello.
Hello.
Help you with something?
I think it's actually a bit of the opposite. I was thinking maybe I can help you with something.
Oh.
And Olive's gonna kind of like lean down a little bit and more quietly go, do you know that 3rd year, with the noticeable odor?
Oh, Rosie.
Yes, Rosie. Yes, thank you. So she has a lot of she has a phobia of water, and finally
that
we've made some.
Explains it.
Yes, exactly. So there's a reason, and she's getting help for it, and she's making great strides, and we're all so proud of her. But we've finally been able to convince her to take a bath. But
Thank you.
only one, and we're doing baby steps, right? So we're kind of going to make it seem like it's less of a bath. But of course, we can't just do that in any standard girls' washroom. So I was thinking maybe I normally wouldn't ask, but just because I think all of Hufflepuff House would appreciate her coming back smelling a bit better, maybe you could grant us access to a prefect's bathroom tonight? Just so she could have some privacy if it's overwhelming for her.
Try and convince Leonora, please.
Can I get a forward because Rosie's so stinky?
Yes, you actually can. If it has been months, then definitely.
Okay, I'm sorry, Lexi, but it's so true. I'm so sorry.
It feels so personal.
Okay.
An 8. You can try and use one of the potentials from the convince list.
I have an idea for how I want to do this, but you can tell me if it's too cheeky, okay? For they need proof, I want Olive to just be like, Rosie's hugged me within the past hour, and then lean close to her, and like the stench coming off of Olive just from being close to Rosie is so overwhelming that she's like, oh god, yes, that's worse than I remembered, please. Like, does that count as proof?
Okay. All right, that's
Right.
fine.
Yes. Okay. So again, sorry. Normally I wouldn't ask, but I think it's for the greater good in this instance.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So we've never been. How do we get there? How do we get in? Would you mind writing it down, perhaps?
Right. Well, there's a knock, you see. However, you won't be able to... Well, you won't be able to, Look, there's a knock that you need to make. And it is... Well, it doesn't really change, so...
I'll never use it again, I promise.
Thank you.
Yes, understood.
All right. And she says, all right, come outside.
Right.
She walks over to like, maybe like they have something that's sort of wooden outside, maybe like a stand or something, or even like a bit of the railing for the staircase. And she sort of, she knocks rhythmically on the railing.
Okay. I think I can remember that. 3, 3, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Right, thank you so much. I really think you're going to notice a difference. Is there a certain hour of the night where maybe it's less populated and we might have some privacy?
Oh, I can just maybe give some of the other prefects a little bit of a heads up.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Really.
Of course, and thank you.
No, thank you. Lovely meeting you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And Olive's gonna rush off.
Rush off. We fast forward time a little bit. And we see some preparations being made as a bath is being prepared, but it's not a bath, it's a tea bag.
Thank you very much. Can't wait for my group.
So, how is this done? How is this prepared?
I think Olive would have had Rosie kind of sitting like as far away from the tub as possible, and maybe like brought some crystals or something that she can do to be, like grounding herself while Olive is running the bath. And what I imagine she's doing is, if there's like multiple faucets, Olive has tied tea bags to hang below all of them. So as the water's coming through, it's just like steeping and then making like a lukewarm giant bath of tea.
What kind of tea is that?
Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, I wasn't sure exactly which kind of tea that you might enjoy. So I looked up a bit about tea and discovered that chamomile is supposed to be relaxing, soothing, and I thought that might help for any like anxiety that you might feel around this.
Yeah, cool. I don't have anxiety because I do yoga, but so thank you though.
Okay, that's all right. Are we going to wait for Clem and everyone else to get here?
Ooh, so I think that Maisie had a thing. I think it might have been with Alex. That's between you and me. And I think Clem forgot she had a paper due, and she was kind of freaking out, so she didn't come.
Okay. Are you okay? Are you feeling all right about this?
I don't know, like, I don't want to, like, be gross or anything, but, like, I'm kind of sweaty. So just, like, don't get too close. Like, I smell just, like, a little bit bad right now. That's
okay. It's been a long day. I'm sweaty too, so you're not alone. Okay.
Cool. How do you take your tea? Is it with Rosie?
It is now. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to take outer layer off and just do shirt, skirt, and maybe take socks off as well.
I was just gonna take my cloak off. I think my shoes might need it too. Is that a bad idea?
It's not that it's a bad idea for the shoes. I just don't know if we want to bathe with all of Hogwarts grounds rising to the surface around us, from the bottom of the shoes.
Yeah, I'll take this off. Yeah.
Okay.
My clothes aren't anywhere near similar to the bottom of Hogwarts grounds. Definitely not as bad.
I did some research and I looked up affirmations because I remember you talked about those for yoga. And I kind of thought that Maisie and Clem would be here to help me do that, so that's okay. I can do the affirmations on my own.
Could you just actually, instead of that you could do the affirmations afterwards, maybe you could just imitate the sound of a tea whistle as I get in?
That's helpful.
Yeah, I think it'll make it feel more like a cup of tea.
Right.
So we'll just walk in at the same time, but you'll whistle like a tea kettle.
Okay, that's gonna help you bathe.
Yeah, and then when I have a panic attack in the cup of tea, you can do the affirmations.
Okay, all right.
Uh-huh. I'm walking in.
Okay.
That's really helping! Olive, thank you! You stopped! You stopped! Okay. Yeah.
Is that good?
Okay, I'm in.
Are you
I'm
good?
in. I'm in. Ah! Oh, the water noise. I don't like the noise of the tea.
It was tea noise. Tea noise. We're only using that word here. Okay? Tea.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I was thinking instead of maybe the affirmations, we could have a conversation. Like, I would just talk about some stuff and you just, like, talk back.
Totally fine. Deep breaths. If you get scared, just squeeze my hand, okay?
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. So, yeah. You have
Conversation.
parents?
Sure, yes, parents. We could always talk about parents.
I have two of them. And they're both dads, which is like a little weird where I come from. I don't know about the wizarding world. How does that make you feel?
Happy that you have a family that loves you? Is that what you want to hear?
No. I was just like wondering, like, I don't know, like.
Sorry
Like, you're not,
to interrupt, folks, the moment, but it appears that Zoom has just crashed. Oh, here we go. It's back.
Oh no!
It's back? It's back. Okay, we're good. Sorry.
We're good.
How dare you?
I'm happy you have a family that loves you. And there's two of them. That's traditional. Yay.
Where I come from, sometimes people will be like, ew, two dads. So, like, didn't know, like, have you ever thought about, like, maybe, like, if in the future, like, do you want to have, like, a family where it's, like, two moms or, like, a mom and a dad? Like, when you start one.
Oh,
Or, like, you don't have to answer that. I just, like, was a little curious because of the two dad thing.
Are you? So you're asking if I ever want to have kids one day?
So close. I mean, actually, yeah. Do you want kids?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why, do you?
I was. Yeah. Kids are great. Except some of them. I was asking if, like, when you decide to go team someone's behind.
I don't know what you are talking about. Can you just ask me?
Yeah, are you gay?
And that's where we're going to end the episode today.
Oh!
Wacker's waiting. He's like, just give me the chance. Give me the chance.
I've been frothing at
He
the
just
mouth.
bounced on it. He just bounced on it.
Oh my god!
That's twice Wax made chat mad today and just made me so happy.
Is anyone close to the channel point redemption, the Destroy Rex Steve?
I'm sure there must be people who are close.
We'll have to find out next time.
Unbelievable.
What a wonderful session. Good job, everybody. Good job. We're going to do some end of session stuff now. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. As always, we appreciate you so much. Thank you. But we do have some end of session stuff that happens. First and foremost, we're going to check and see if anyone feels like their traits might have changed. Does anybody feel like their traits might have changed?
I am going to use my full experience that I got from failing a lot this session to last session I unlocked fair as my top positive trait. Not sure what I'm gonna change it for, but I'm gonna use my XP to move it, and I'm open to suggestions because I'm not sure what to put there in its place.
Removed fair.
I don't think I can remove it. I think I need to change the order.
Well, as part of your as part of like the end of session stuff, basically we have added this in where you can basically change your traits if you feel like you've acted counter to any of your character's traits. Do you feel like you are no longer
you're
fair?
fair still. No.
Just not top trait fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I swap it with something else?
Yeah. Absolutely. You can rearrange it however you like.
I think I would like to swap fair with nurturing, which is my nurturing is my fourth. I
Okay.
think nurturing needs to be higher.
All right.
Cool.
Anybody
Thanks,
else?
team.
Well, I'm curious because one of my negative traits is secretive. And I feel like she's not really been so secretive the last couple of like she's been a lot more open,
That's
I
fair.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like with Rosie, I've noticed a couple of times it's come out separately where she's not been so secretive. So but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think that
I
sounds
think that's
very
fair.
accurate.
agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you say honest?
Well, that would be a positive trait.
That's positive. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Loud-mouthed.
Obnoxious.
Aggressive? Do you have aggressive already?
I don't have aggressive, no.
Oh.
You were super aggressive with the professor there, like, listen.
And there's also times when you're like aggressive in a I know it's a negative trait, but I think there's also times when you're aggressive in a positive way, kind of
Yeah.
like I don't know what the word is, assertive maybe.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, cool.
All right. Anybody else? Okay.
I'm kind of torn because there's one that I feel like I have like an asterisk to. I kind of feel like I want to swap out one of Olive's negative traits to be clueless. And I don't mean that in an academic way, but I think she consistently like doesn't read the room right. She doesn't seem to like always pick up on social cues or recognize. You know what I mean? Like in conversation, a lot of the times it's easy to just her to go, okay, yeah, you were just joking. Oh, all right,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I think lately she just hasn't been questioning people's intents quite as much. But I don't know if that counts if it's only limited to like social stuff, because I don't think she's clueless in an academic way.
It's totally up to you. This is, this
Yeah.
system isn't meant to be hardcore rules oriented. This is meant to be what you feel is right for your character.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have clueless, and you've seen how Alex is. So
I also have clueless.
Um,
But I don't feel like that's not the same. It's my top negative
see,
trait.
so
I
you
don't-
can see the difference in
tell?
clueless is. So yours is fine too.
Okay.
I
Not
can see
everyone's
that though,
clueless
for
is the
sure.
same. They're all unique and special.
I think I'm gonna swap standoffish then, because I don't think
Ooh.
that's necessarily been reflected this season.
I agree.
Okay.
for
Especially
your
since you
help,
decided
everyone.
to befriend Ashley Indigo.
Yeah.
All right. If we're done with traits, then let's move on to relationships. If you feel like you grew closer to a player's character, and the group agrees a +1 to that relationship, or one that you grew further away from, a -1 and a gain 1 XP. Who would like to go first?
Okay.
Maybe me sandwiches. +1.
Nice.
Have you ever asked a little kid how their date was? Macy made me sandwiches.
+1.
Yeah. Alex. That's it. That's my reasoning. Alex.
Oh.
I'm crying.
+1.
Rosie
Sorry,
gets my
+1.
+1. No.
Just in case it wasn't obvious.
Rosie gets my +1 for being the best wingman.
I'm giving Olive my +1 for the elaborate tea ceremony.
Choose one of us.
I'm very torn because I feel honestly Olive and Albus were the ones bonding this week, but he's not a playable character. So I think I would probably say I think I would say a +1 to Maisie, because seeing the way that they were able to the flowers at the start and kind of deciding that they would press those together, I think Olive appreciated feeling included in something that she doesn't really understand a lot about. So
That's a +1. Thanks, friendo.
You're welcome, friendo.
Okay. And now it's time for classes, school roles. If everybody could do plus your mind, please. And take into account any benefits you may have, etc. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Wow. A lot of partial successes today. Okay. Let's see. Start things off with the Gryffindor group. Looks like we had 2 partial successes and a full success. So that's going to be 20 points for Gryffindor. Very nice. Next up, it looks like we've got Rosie for the Hufflepuffs with 5 points. And I will do the last 2 rolls here. I'm going to roll the 2 dice that actually have painted numbers on them. That makes more sense. Actually read them. An 8 is another 5. And a 4, which is a -5. Okay. Ravenclaws. Alexander gets 5 points for Ravenclaw.
9 for me. And a 10 for me for another 15. Very nice. And the Slytherins, Cornelia and Lillian getting 10 points. And I got a 7 for 5 more Slytherin points. Tying Slytherin and Gryffindor for first place, with Ravenclaw coming up second and Hufflepuff in last. All right, it's time to do our end of session downtime moves as well as shout outs. Why don't we start things off today with Luxie?
Oh my god, thank you so much for asking. Rosie will be working in the kitchens today. I think she's gathered some ingredients from the garden. She's working on a new bun recipe. So I'm gonna roll. Is it just a D? Do you know what it is?
I'm sorry, what are you? Which one are you doing?
I'm working. I'm doing a job.
It's just a 2d6.
2d6. Okay.
Galleons. Rosie has been the entrepreneur of the group.
What can I say?
Steadily working her butt off, just earning
what
them
can I
galleons.
say? I have 69 galleons. Nice. Hi. My name's Lexi Games. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I am currently playing a game. I actually really just got super into The Sims, back into The Sims. We started a legacy challenge, which is where we start off with one main character and continue to grow them. And we started off with Guy Fieri. And so it's the Guy Fieri legacy challenge. Guy Fieri's first 2 children are called Trash Nacho and Mac Daddy. They're all going to be named after Guy Fieri's restaurant food names, and that's the way it will go. And you can catch that on Twitch normally 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or any other time because my schedule doesn't exist. And you can also find me on TikTok. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Luxie. Murgles?
Hello?
Accurate. Murgles?
Myrtle.
I thought it was me.
It was me. Okay, so for my downtime move, we decided that there was one thing that when I go to see my therapist, Dr. Punt, does it count as his name is Ignatius, Dr. Ignatius Punt. Is that social activities? I can't remember.
Good question. I can't remember what we assigned it either. I think it's most likely social activities.
Okay.
That does make the most sense.
Yeah.
The heart roll.
Because even though she came out to all her closest friends, and essentially almost all, and even though it went super well, it's still good to see her therapist and talk it through. So, wait, do I have a plus for him? I do. Oh. You ever bad at therapy? I know I have been.
Did you tell your therapist everything was fine, dude?
I went in, I actually said, do you actually like me? Can we be friends? And did I do therapy good?
Do I get an A?
Yeah. Oh yeah, also, hi, I'm Murgles. I feel like that's basically all you need to know about me. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays if you want to come check me out. I draw animations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Murgs.
Oh wait, I'm also on a show on Saturday. It just started called Midsummer Mysteries, and I'm playing in that, and it's Saturdays at 2 p.m. EST.
And we have a special guest this week as well with Luxie.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody guest starring on a show where Murgles is present?
Couldn't be me.
Zagonicus.
Hi. For my downtime move, I'm going to be doing... I think I'm going to go for studying.
Alrighty. Let's have a mind roll.
It's the most Heidi one. Hey.
13. We'll give you a +1 forward to your I read about that rolls for the next session.
Cool. Hi everyone, I'm Scoticus, and I'm not on a show on Saturday or guesting on it, but on the 6th of June, I'm going to be on a show with some wonderful people running here on Table Story called Ungodly. Check out the trailer for that on Table Story places and all the rest of it. If you want to see more of my role playing, you could stop by the Table Story wiki, which is actually created by you. So I don't know why I'm telling you to go back to the thing you created, community, but you did. So you can check there, see all the other shows I've been on, check the synopsis, see if you like them, and then dive on in. They're all a good old time. I loved all of them, and this one, and you. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you, Zagonicus. Thank you. Colo?
Murgles didn't tell you that she did the art for the show, but she did the art for the show. Just so you know. Whack, am I right in saying, I just need to clarify some things, because I'm going to try and do some things and hopefully get some +1s.
Shenanigans are sensed.
Hopefully. Am I right in thinking that me moving my traits, that was the end of session thing and I don't have to use my XP for that?
Correct.
Okay, great. So I'll move those around. And am I right in thinking if we make a potion that's rated a year below, I get a +1?
Correct.
And considering how potions went today, and it was quite scary, could I make a potion and show courage in the face of fear of that happening again and get a +1 to my potion making?
I'm sorry, what? How do we get from that to that?
So,
how do we get from A to B? Yes, you want to make a potion.
Yes. And today I was really bad in potions and I blew everything up and destroyed my flowers and I was really sad and it was really scary and I cried. And so I feel that I would be scared to do it again, especially outside of a lesson, like in my own time.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm scared of something, I'm wondering if I can use my house benefit to show courage in the face of fear of that.
Okay. You're looking for some kind of benefit by using your house benefit for potions.
Yeah, because I did, and I think it's logical, because I think I would be
Of course
scared
you
to
do.
go back
Of course
into
you
it
think
again.
it's logical.
Of course I think it's logical.
You're the one that brought it up. Of course you do.
I also, to be fair, I also gave myself a -1 earlier because I genuinely believed that I needed
That
it.
is true, and I gave you an XP for
So-
that.
Thanks. Can I have a +1, please?
No.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm gonna try my best on this one. So
I do respect the hustle, though.
I tried my best. Okay. So this is really scary because this is really expensive, and I'm worried I'm gonna screw it up. I would like to make a polyjuice potion, please.
So a polyjuice potion takes a long time to make.
Yeah. And I can make it now, and then I don't have to make it every week, do I?
It takes a week.
No, it takes a month.
A month.
So,
Roll now and you get it in an in-game month.
Yep.
Into track.
so I have to continue to not do an after.
You basically can't do any
after
other
session round.
potions until till this is done.
But I can do another
You can
after
you can
session
still do
round.
end of session stuff, yes, but
Yep.
the idea is that you can't do any other potions while this is going because your cauldron is being used.
Well, I don't know how successful this is going to be, so
I know.
I probably will be able to. Okay, so it's mind roll +1, right? Because it's a year below.
Now, I have to know,
Yeah.
whose hair are you using?
Oh, do I have to tell you? Oh, can I please not tell you?
No, you can message me.
Okay, I'll message you.
Yeah, don't
Do I have to
spoil
do
it
that
for
right
everybody
now?
else. No,
Okay,
you're
do I
good.
have to do that? All right, okay.
Oh my god. Actually terrifying.
I know, I'm so scared. I'm like, oh no, what's she gonna do?
Oh, okay. Okay, that is a success. You can go ahead and add Secret Polyjuice Potion.
This is the cliffhanger of the episode. I just want everyone to know.
Right?
We have
Yeah.
a month in game.
We didn't even get through a month in game in last season.
Yeah, Colo, write it down somewhere.
So it's ready on, would that be the 8th of June?
It would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
No,
Okay.
it's gonna be end game time, not
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, what's in game?
Well,
Not
yeah.
out of game
It's
we'll figure it out.
it's
It'll be wax
in
call,
game.
probably.
It's in game. So we'll see.
All right. Okay, well, you tell me when I've got it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Where can people find you and all that good stuff, Kala?
Hi, I'm Colo. I stream here on Twitch, and you can also find me on the YouTubes. I'm a variety streamer, like open world adventures. I like things with delightful soundtracks and beautiful visuals. And I also just like having a chat and having a hangout. We talk a lot about accessibility. I use an adaptive controller, and I play games with a combination of my left hand and my feet at the moment. So if you want to come and ask about that and maybe learn a little bit about accessibility, it would be pretty sweet to see you. And yeah, what do I need to tell you? Oh, a thing premiered today, which is GTV, which is something that I filmed 2 months ago. Which is really crazy. And it premiered on Twitch. It's going to be on YouTube later this week, and I'll drop all of the links and socials and stuff. But basically, it's called Versus, and it's a competition with a group of gamers, which is really cool because I was using my adaptive controller in a competition against able-bodied gamers, which was really cool to see. It was great to be that representation, and it was also really scary. But anyway, I'm rambling. And Frankie Will presented it, which was really sweet. She's great to meet. And yeah, so that's coming out, and that's really exciting. Also, I just celebrated 3 years of streaming, so thank you so much to everybody who came to say hello. I can't quite believe it's been that long. Thanks for having me around for that long. I'm surprised and very grateful. Yeah, come see me. Hello, it's Colo is the name, all in one word. Thanks, I tried.
You did great. Thank you, Kolo. Last but not least, Megan Works.
All right, I don't think anybody needs to guess what I'm doing for my downtime move. It's the same every week. I'm just trying to find someone that accepts me somewhere. No, another week goes by with no
How is
love.
it like?
Never.
How is it
Never will
possible
ever.
though? Like, I get that it's a meme, but it's past a meme now. Like, how is it
Literally is
possible?
cursed. I don't understand. I've actually rebuilt my stats, so I around my soul.
Mathematically, you should have.
I don't understand. I don't understand at this point, and I've given up trying. At this point, I expect it, and I waste my end of session roll every week. Hi, I was playing Olive, and this is all I do. When Witchcraft and Wizardry wraps, I don't leave this chair, and I just wait for next Tuesday when the next show starts. So, I'll see you next week.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much, Negs. I'm Wax Steven. I've been your Headmaster of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much for being here with us, everybody in chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for the love and the support. Thank you. Hope you had a good time. And thank you so much to my wonderful cast. Thank you, Colo. Thank you, Luxie. Thank you, Murgles. Thank you, Negs. Thank you, Zagoticus, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. It's just a joy to do this every session. It's so wonderful to be with these wonderful people. They make my face hurt every week from smiling too much. And they're just a great group of people, and it's wonderful hanging out with them. So thank you all for sharing that with us. Make sure you're following all of these wonderful people, please. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes, support them. They're wonderful people. If you like what we do here on Table Story, you can also check out our Patreon. It's just tablestory.tv/pledge. And yeah, you can go check that out. And we've got all kinds of podcasts. We've got all kinds of We've got artwork. We've got shows that are done in high quality audio versions in podcast form for you. And if you head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW, you can download the system and play it for free. Totally free. Check it out. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. And hopefully you'll check out some of the other stuff that we do. Next up, we've got Mistlight on Thursday, which is a D&D 5e show that is run by Brad Wodo. It's still early on in the show run, so pick it up. Try out a new show. Check it out. I also do another show called Rime of the Frost Maiden. That's on Fridays. And Saturday, we have a new show that also just started, a mini-series called Midsummer Mysteries. And it was really creepy and wonderful. So hopefully you'll check that out on Saturday as we have Lexi guesting. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Peace out.